We draw your attention to midfield.
Welcome into Skyridge High School for KSL Sports Rewind's coverage of Skyridge and Lone Peak High School football, as we've got a fantastic matchup coming up for you tonight in Region 3, a pivotal one for region standings between these two powerhouses in 6A. Dane Stewart, Jeff Hansen with you, and before we get into the game, we've got a special pregame ceremony that we are waiting to get started. And just to fill in a little bit of the story, Skyridge senior defensive back Crew Morrison was planning on playing his senior year this year for Skyridge, and in July was diagnosed with a form of cancer. He's been undergoing a battle for the last several months, and tonight Skyridge, this community, has done such a great job of coming together to help fundraise and support the Morrisons during this difficult time. They'll have an opportunity to recognize Crew, his family, as we want to make sure we capture that for the Morrisons tonight before we get into our game. Crew, a young man, was a defensive back, was junior last year, and really worked on preparing for this senior year, and to have it taken away by something like that, Jeff, is just awful. And certainly wish him well in his battle as that continues.
Yeah, that's a tough fight, and Crew is certainly up for it. It's cool to see the Skyridge community, the team, everybody here tonight rallying around him. It's tough to see. No high school kid should have to go through that, but if you do have to, it's awesome to have this kind of support around you, and it's uplifting to see the support.
Yeah, a young man who had himself a great spring in some of the 7 action, and was just really looking forward to this year. Continues to undergo his battle, and we will just stay here. We're going to head down to the field for tonight's pregame coin toss and then other festivities here at Skyridge High School.
Well, as that excitement, we've got Captain Coin Toss coming to the middle of the field representing the Lone Peak Knights. Includes number 9, Tony Grimmer. These are captains. Number 11, Cruz Christensen. Number 52, Bot Mulikalo, the second. And number 21, Toa Tanabasa. For the Falcons, captains include number 0, Griffin Coons. Number 1, Briggs Parker. Number 2, Hunter Sheffield. Number 3, Lincoln Tye. Number 5, Easton Simmons. Number 9, Mason Oser. Number 11, Harvey Moyati. Number 13, Camille Sweetwine. Number 22, Rex Caswell. And number 25, Ethan Schreiber. Winning the coin toss is Lone Peak Knights. They are deferring. Falcons will start defending the south end zone, and the Knights the north line.
All right, we thought there might be a moment coming up. There will be a moment tonight. We'll make sure to draw your attention to it once that happens for Crew Morrison as he continues his battle. Lone Peak taking the field. Skyridge just taking the field. Of course, want to thank our sponsors that make this possible here tonight from Skyridge High School. As always, Skyridge football presented by Fluence here on the Rewind Sports Network. Jeff, we talked about how big this game is for these two teams. Lone Peak coming off, both teams coming off losses last week, looking for a response, a bounce back here tonight.
Yeah, look, if you are frustrated about what's happening in Region 3, just wait another week, because every week is a chance for a statement game. And these are two teams that have made statement games, have had statement wins earlier in the year, and are looking for another one here tonight as they both look to bounce back.
We talk about Skyridge. Their only loss had been to Cherry Creek out of state. They took on Corner last week, who had just lost to Lone Peak, and had some early turnovers. Things didn't go that right way. If you're Skyridge tonight, what are you hoping to see offensively to help get their offense back on track?
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head, Dane. It comes down to turnovers for Skyridge. When they win, they play clean football on offense. When they lose, it's because there is some turnovers. Keneal Sweetwine, as good as he has been, and believe you me, folks, he has been fantastic this year. He does have 10 interceptions on the year. That was a big story last week against Corner. There were a couple of interceptions in the early going that really put Skyridge in an early hole. For Skyridge offense, if they play clean football, they execute, they have enough weapons that they should be in good shape at the end of the game.
You talk about, the 10 interceptions. He's got 23 touchdowns, completing 67% of his passes. He's got 9 rushing touchdowns as well. He's been great. We'll see if Tahi and Sheffield and Oswald can help get that offense going for Skyridge. Meanwhile, for Lone Peak, this is a group that was just moving. They sail through Corner Canes like, man, all right, this Lone Peak team might be the best team in the state. And then last week, American Fork stunned some.
Yeah, that was it was a surprising outcome, really strong performance from American Fork. I think for Lone Peak, it comes back down to what was so successful against Corner. That was play up front, in the trenches, on both sides of the ball. When Lone Peak plays well on both sides of the ball, in the trenches, they're tough to beat. You look at that offensive line, there's been some question marks coming in about some injuries and some things like that. Some of their guys, that are their most important players on that offensive line, are back. They are going to go tonight. So how do they get this ground game going? How do they assert their dominance up front? And it's the same story on the defensive side of the ball. We all know a Coach Denny-led defense likes to be aggressive, get into the backfield. It really helps when you have strong play up front.
Neither rain, nor sleet, nor TV could keep us from calling this game tonight. We are on the east end of the field, but hey, we had to be here to catch this game so pivotal in the Region 3 race, as AF, the only remaining undefeated team. They've just played one game. We'll see if that can hold on for the Cavemen. It's Lone Peak and it's Skyridge, a shared network game here on the Rewind Sports Network, ready to kick off. It will be Lone Peak kicking off to the Falcons of Skyridge, as we are all set for this one. And we'll get an early look at Keneal Sweetwine and company.
Dane, I'm not generally a gray jersey guy. We got a great jersey matchup today, though.
It is. It is a dark gray, right? But it's kind of that, not a subtle gray, but it is kind of a gray-white. Like, it's not a very common look.
Yeah,
right?
And the contrast with the white-black from Lone Peak, the black lit, it's a great uniform matchup.
It'll be good. It will be good. So Skyridge will start at their own 20-yard line. And we'll get a chance to see Sweetwine, Tahi, and others for the Falcons on this opening possession. First down is brought to you by Edge Homes, built for life. Let's see if this Skyridge offense can be built for points here tonight. Sweetwine in the backfield, Tahi to his left. And they will throw on first down. Pressure coming, good block there by Merrill. Gonna look deep, wide open across midfield, and it's incomplete. Oh man, had O'Marion Sanders, could not complete it, incomplete.
Yeah, just a behind everybody. Keneal Sweetwine does a good job, puts the ball on him. But sometimes there's two open. You got a lot of time to think about it as that ball's in
And sometimes when you got to stop, that's not common, right? Like when you're running, you're in kind of the rhythm, the flow of it. You got to stop and wait, just kind of disrupt some of that
You hear those defenders, they're coming quick. So that's, it's tough.
It'll be a second down now for Skyridge. As Lone Peak showing pressure, they will bring it with the backer Maunga, and this thrown out to the left side, caught by Tahi. He's got about 7, maybe 8 yards on the reception.
Lincoln Tahi is critical for this Skyridge offense. When he gets going, it makes the entire offense better. I like getting him involved in the passing game. He'll do a lot as a runner. I like getting him involved any way you can in the early going.
Heroic.com, third down, and we've got a penalty flag coming in here. Offsides on Lone Peak. and that will give Skyridge a first down.
Yeah, it looks like Tag Zundel just jumped, fell for the hard count. That's going to give that Skyridge first down. Look, I think the story, we talked about Cadell Sweetwine, that the Skyridge offense got to play clean football. That's their recipe. It's the same for Lone Peak. You got to play disciplined football. Don't give away those free first downs.
So that will move it to about the 31-yard line. As Skyridge will stay on the ground here. Nope, Kenil kept that. He does run. We'll pick up about 2, maybe 3 yards on the carry.
Great recovery by Tavita Mounga on the tackle. He came in off the edge. He got into the backfield, got behind Sweetwine. Sweetwine did a good job stepping up into the pocket, but Mounga does not give up on the play, and he's able to get Sweetwine from behind.
Elite Terminal Services second down here for Skyridge. Sweetwine looking underneath. Merrill turns upfield. He's going to be close to that edge first down. He's going to be short, be a 3rd and 1 here.
Important play for the Lone Peak defense, try to get off the field early. But this is what Skyridge does, and they do it well. They play with tempo. They keep everybody on the field for the defense, don't allow too many substitutions. And when they get into these 3rd and short, it's really tough to defend because they can run the ball, they can throw the ball, they got the quarterback run game. This is a tough position for the defense.
My apologies, it was Adam Warren with the reception. They had 2 17s. I looked at the wrong one. My apologies to the Warrens. 3rd and 2 here, the official down and distance. Play clock down to 5 here for Sweetwine and the Falcons. Down to 1, just gets it off. Pressure, Kenil gonna go down. There's that Lone Peak defense doing what they do best. It's pressure with Mounga and Zundel to get the 3rd down sack.
That fantastic play by Zundel. Remember, he jumped off sides, and the last 3rd down, he makes up for it there, gets into the backfield quick. They're able to wrap up Kenil Sweetwine and bring on this punt team.
And now an uncommon 4th down. Uncommon Effect, that is. Uncommon Effect is sponsoring our Skyridge 4th downs tonight. As they will punt here. Kicks away. Boy, that's a good punt. And I did not see a fair catch signal. Skyridge, they had about a flock of Falcons there, Jeff, ready to make the tackle.
Yeah, really kind of an impressive catch, punt return. I believe that's Sa Tanuvasa to not fumble, muff that punt. I mean, he got hit right as he caught it. That's an impressive catch.
So as Lone Peak comes out, we want to thank some of our Lone Peak sponsors here of Lone Peak Football on the Rewind Sports Network. Stroformance is a science-based speed and performance training system using state-of-the-art technology and data to train thousands of athletes, and is a proud sponsor of the Lone Peak football team. Lone Peak starting at their own 26. And it will be Christensen here to throw. Has a man, that's caught. Jaron Pula, and boy, when you have Jaron Pula, just the offense just feels good, doesn't it?
Yeah, he's the ultimate security blanket for any quarterback. Get him going, get that momentum rolling. Look, I think that's a question mark for Skyridge coming into this game. They've got some injuries in their secondary. How do they contain the Pula twins? That's going to be tough, and Cruz Christensen has proven time and time again he can deliver the ball on target and on time. And when you've got the Pulas, that's a really good recipe.
I mean, Jaron and Kennedy, each of them can go for multiple touchdowns on any given week. It is a challenge defensively as they will run it here, and not a lot of room there, as I think it was Tahi. He actually lost a yard.
Got the battle of the Tahis at running back tonight. Sean Tahi for Lone Peak and Lincoln Tahi for Skyridge. Both of them are going to have a big role in this game, especially Sean Tahi on the Lone Peak side. He's going to have to play well. I think we're going to see more of him tonight than we have.
Tonight. Yeah. 3rd and short here, and this is a situation where Lone Peak has not been shy to run it. We'll see if they do that here. They will. Tahi cannot get through that defensive front. Another loss on the play. How about this Skyridge defense, Jeff? A couple impressive defensive stops on 2nd and 3rd and short.
Yeah, I mean, look, we talked about the question marks on the Lone Peak offensive line. The counter to that, if you're Skyridge, is, hey, let's go at them. Let's test some of the injuries and some of the guys that are playing. Well, the early test results, they go to Skyridge right there.
Boy, and if you can't run the football against this Skyridge defense, which is, I mean, always one of the better ones in the state, as is Lone Peak's. Boy, that's going to be tough. Lone Peak 4th down. Their first drive in a punt. This end over end will take a Lone Peak bounce inside the 30 and down at the 26. We've got a TV timeout coming up. And we will take a quick break here. You're watching Skyridge and Lone Peak football on KSLSports.com. No score when we come back.
With affordable GLP-1 medication from Direct Meds, I've lost weight but gained lots of attention.
From old college boyfriends
Hi.
to young college boys.
Oh, honey.
And my husband's obsessed.
She loves to make me jealous.
Well, as a woman over 50, losing weight was about as hard as getting my husband to cook anything but cereal.
Honey, where's the milk?
In your hand, babe.
Oh.
Visit directmeds.com today. Want to make out?
Sure.
Okay.
Welcome back. Want to thank some more of our sponsors here for Lone Peak football, including Tiny Hero, a Utah nonprofit giving families hope and help when their baby is born with CDH. They provide support, grants, and a community standing with them every step of the way. Visit tinyhero.org to learn more. Also want to thank doTERRA. doTERRA is a proud sponsor of Lone Peak football. doTERRA's products help athletes around the world maintain the highest level of health and wellness. Learn more about how you can up your health and wellness game at doTERRA.com. Also want to thank some of our Skyridge sponsors, including Direct Media, Better at Health. Also want to thank Heroic.com, stock hackers before they strike. Visit Heroic.com. All right, Jeff, so both these teams have had one offensive possession. Both have ended in a punt. Any thoughts on what you maybe expect to see from Skyridge here on this drive?
I think Skyridge was close on a couple of plays. They had the big completion that was dropped. They had the short, kind of a protection breakdown in a 3rd and short. I think Skyridge just goes back to what they were doing. I don't think they veer from their game plan. They're going to feel pretty confident. Even though the result wasn't great, they're going to feel confident coming out of that first possession. How does the Lone Peak defense respond? It seems like pressure is going to be the answer against Keneal Sweetwine. And this is such a turnover, opportunistic type defense for Lone Peak. They've got to get pressure to try to force those mistakes.
This drive starting at the 26. Second offensive possession of the game for Skyridge. Got a little sweep action here as Fyans turning upfield. Nice carry there for Davis Fyans. He's gained about 8 yards on that carry.
Yeah, strong first down run from Fyans. And it gets that anytime Skyridge and Keneal Sweetwine are going to be in short yardage situations, they're so dangerous. This is when the home run plays happen.
2 to the bottom of the screen here on this second down play. A run, looking up the middle, and they've got a first down. Nice carry there straight ahead. Boy, a whole steam of momentum on that carry for the Skyridge back, as it was Tahi able to move the chains.
Yeah, Lincoln Tahi goes right into the chest of Justin Thayer, who got into the backfield in a hurry, but Tahi just with a full head of steam is able to keep running.
Another edge Holmes first down here for Skyridge as Keneal checking over with the sideline. Tahi now moving to the left of Sweetwine. Send Tahi in motion, little throwback screen. And Lone Peak kind of snuffed that out and able to come up and make the stop. That's a nice job by the Grim Reaper, Tony Grimmer.
I mean, when you look at what Tony Grimmer has done this year, it's hard not to be impressed. We raved about him against Corner Canyon, but he's been doing his thing all season long. He had 73 tackles coming into this game. He's all over the place for Lone Peak.
ETS second down here for Skyridge. Keneal looking to throw, has a man that's caught and a big hit put on immediately. Boy, Toa Tanavasa, the senior DB, came in to lay a big hit.
Great catch by Adam Warren, who had to feel Tanuvasa coming in for that big hit, but Warren, he contains the catch, keeps possession of the football, even through the contact.
A heroic third down here for Skyridge. They got 3rd and 1. Nearing midfield. Inside 6 to play here in this opening quarter. Sweetwine going to take it himself. Left side, he lowers that shoulder. He's got the first up to the 49-yard line.
Man, Kenil Sweetwine, you can see the athleticism on every play. Even plays like that only go for a yard. I mean, he's every bit of 6'4". He is quick with the football. Man, he's a lot of fun to watch. It's easy to see why more and more Power 4 schools are coming in and offering Kenil Sweetwine scholarships. Just picked up his most recent from North Carolina State earlier this week.
Oh, I hadn't seen that. Good for him.
Yeah, big one.
Yeah, 6'4", 205, good size. He certainly has the arm strength.
Absolutely.
Young man, a multi-year starter here. And talk about his maturation this year. It's been impressive as he's looking to throw here on first down. Good pocket, throws into the flat. Tahi turns upfield. Gain of about 6 there for Lincoln.
Well, good job by Sweetwine to get rid of the ball when he did. I think had he held on to that any longer, there was pressure coming in. There could have been a hold that could have maybe been called. But Sweetwine gets rid of the ball just in time.
We've got a Lone Peak player down here on that far sideline. Not what you want to see if you're Lone Peak. We talked about some of the injuries that have been creeping in the last week or two. And here comes another one. We're going to step aside as we've got an injury timeout. We'll be back. Skyridge will have it 2nd and short after this.
At Skin Science Institute, we offer top-tier educational experience in aesthetics, including the finest facility, the most comprehensive curriculum, and a team of highly experienced professionals. We take pride in our fun and exciting culture to give our students a positive learning environment while training on the best machinery the industry has to offer. We ensure our graduates not only receive the best education, but also step into their careers with confidence thanks to our robust job placement support. Start your journey as an esthetician today. Our monthly start dates and financial aid opportunities make it easy to jump in. Visit our website at www.skinscienceinstitute.com to schedule a tour and enroll now.
Welcome back. That was Tony Grimmer, who was hurt on the play, was able to walk off under his own strength. We hope that he'll be okay to come back. We're talking about what a stud he has been for this Lone Peak defense, but a 2nd and short here. Sweetwine over the middle, has a man caught, another big hit, but held on to. That's a first down for Skyridge. What a catch by Hunter Sheffield.
It feels like it's not Skyridge football unless there's the Sheffield catching passes. That's a great catch by Hunter Sheffield to move the chains.
Boy, we talk about the hit. It was Arami Kaili, the senior. Big hit, but great job holding on to that by Sheffield. And now we've got penalty flags here on that far side. It's going to be another penalty on that Lone Peak defensive front.
Yeah, you've got to stay disciplined in a game like this, and it's tough to do because Skyridge can do so much offensively. It's easy to jump. It's easy to get off balance. You've got to stay disciplined.
So it'll be a 1st and 5 here for the Falcons, nearing that red zone. Sweetwine. That ball caught. Talmadge Oswald will take it ahead. First down, gain of 9, and now they are in the red zone.
Those are the plays that Kenil Sweetwine has been so good at this year. His ability to just find that receiver, deliver a ball through a tight window on target. He wasn't making those plays last year. He's made huge steps
and
this
you see
year.
his patience,
Oh
right?
my
Yeah,
gosh.
there's a lane there, but I don't have to be aggressive with it. I can buy a little bit of time, extend it, and ends up with a first down. 5 wide here on this 1st and 10. Sweetwine looking, end zone, and that is incomplete. Boy, had a man. That is a good placed football. Diesel Hunter was there, but couldn't bring it in.
And I think he came down with it maybe just out of bounds. Man, what a throw by Sweetwine. Look, if you're going to miss where only your guy is going to get it. That's, a step in that maturation process as a quarterback.
That's a good
throw.
That's a really good throw. Be a 2nd and 10 now. Inside 4 to play here in the 1st. Back to 5 wide. They'll bring Fines across. Screen set up, and that incomplete. Good pressure there by Lone Peak. Sped that play up a little bit.
Yeah, pressure on the pressure off the side, off the blind side of Sweetwine. He does a good job sensing it. He knows it's coming. Gets rid of the ball, but yeah, just the timing a little bit off. And look, if you're Lone Peak, you're here in a 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10.
That's right where you need to be.
Yeah, a huge 3rd down, a heroic.com 3rd down for Skyridge. 5 wide again. Jeff, which surprised me a little bit. 5 wide on 1st, now on 2nd, now on 3rd.
Well, and I've seen enough of Skyridge that even on 3rd and 10, this feels like quarterback draw territory.
Oh, Sweet Wine. Seeing a little lane, gonna go down. The Knights who say nay. That defense stepping up again. I think it was it 18?
I believe it was 16, Tate King on the tackle. And really great job, great pursuit to keep up with Sweet Wine. He nearly broke that and started to move upfield. Tate King gets his arms on the jersey of Sweet Wine and is able to drag him down for a loss of 7.
So this will be a long field goal here. This is a 40-yarder
That's no
for Skyridge. No. Not a lot of weather tonight, which is great for us, right? Being out amongst the people.
Absolutely. Where else would we rather be than with the people?
With the people. This kick blocked! Coming around the edge. It was Gabe Harmon, the junior, able to get through, and the Lone Peak defense, the Knights who say nay, do it again.
Boy, Tate King and Gabe Harmon. Tate King on the big third down stop, forces the long field goal, and then Gabe Harmon coming off the edge, gets the big block. Those are two fantastic plays for this Lone Peak defense and special teams unit. Those are momentum plays. Those are the kinds of plays that happen off when the offense is off the field that can get the offense going.
And so as we prepare for Lone Peak to come out, we'll take a moment here. We'll actually take a quick break. We've got a media timeout. We'll be back. Lone Peak looking for their next possession. You're watching Lone Peak football on KSLSports.com. Back, got to acknowledge some more of our sponsors who make this stream possible. Again, really want to thank the Lone Peak and Skyridge boosters for helping make this work tonight and this season. But Lone Peak football is also brought to you by G2G Protein Bar, helping busy people eat when they're on the go. Check out G2G Protein Bar if you're on the run. Skin Science Institute is the presenting sponsor of Lone Peak football. Start your journey as an esthetician today. Visit www.skinscienceinstitute.com to schedule a tour and enroll now. Also want to thank Safe Streets. Enjoy the game with peace of mind that your home is protected 24/7 with Safe Streets Smart Security. Serving 46 states with the country's top 5-star rating, 150,000 5-star reviews in 3 years. You want home automation? Leave it to the nation's best. Safe Streets. Visit safestreets.com. Lone Peak starting at their 30-yard line. This game's gone back and forth. Defensive battle early. Christensen going to take a shot, looking deep for Pula, and it is caught. There's your outlet. I mean, DB's right there. Just doesn't matter, Jeff.
I mean, the defensive back might have had the ball in his hands for a little while. I don't know how you defend him. I don't know what you do against Jared Pula. You just throw it deep and let him do the rest. What a fantastic catch.
The corner game, they would bracket him. He'd still come up with it.
Yeah.
It's literally like, this is kind of like Puka Nakua, where it's like it's just a cheat code. It's like, yeah, just throw him the ball, he'll come down with it.
But it's like a cheat code with a glitch because there's 2 Pulas out there that could do the same thing.
Yes, good call. So Lone Peak across the 50 for the first time tonight. Christensen, hey, why not? Gonna look to the end zone. Ooh, that one just overthrown. Briggs Parker was trying to come up with it. Maybe a little contact there.
Oh, a little healthy contact.
Okay. All right.
It could have been. Just a little bit. But like, you know.
Yeah, I mean, look.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
For it to be offensive PI, you practically have to tackle the guy, right? Like,
so, you know.
Bad
look,
news.
if you can get away with that,
yeah.
maybe you can be a little more physical on the defensive side.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're not advocating for penalties.
Not at all. We've had games with plenty of them. They'll run here on second down, and not a lot of room there for Fanua. Look, he's had some big games, big runs this year for Lone Peak. If they get him going, that help.
Yeah, I mean, he would be a big addition tonight if he could get going. And when he's going, man, he's tough to bring down.
Yeah.
We haven't seen a whole lot over the middle in the early going here in the first quarter. That was a big part of what they did against corner when we were there a couple of weeks ago. Those passes, look, you've got Pula deep, but you got to have that underneath passing. That was a big part of it. Cruz Christensen's really good at it. See how they get that going here.
3rd and 10 here for Lone Peak. Play clock down to 5. Christensen has trips to the right. They motion Holmes out. Penalty flag on the play. Looking for Holmes and incomplete. overshot him as we've got the penalty flag coming in here, and I think this may be on the Knights.
Yeah, I would bet they weren't all set.
That's
they were
my
rushing
guess.
to get that off before the play clock expired.
Yeah, a little late to motion him out. You've got to be set for 1 second before you can snap that football, and you're right, because that play clock was ticking down. There just wasn't a lot of time. And so now it's 4th and 10 here, Jeff.
Yeah, Skyridge declined the penalty. I think obviously they decline it.
You're feeling lucky tonight?
Well, I think we're getting a field goal here.
46-yarder. I shouldn't say this is luck, but this is another long field goal.
I mean, we've talked about it, it seems like every week. Why not? Just got to break the plane to the end zone, and then it's a punt in the end zone.
Exactly.
Right?
Hold is good, kick is up, and it is wide. No good. It had the distance, just didn't get the angle on it. Missed it wide left, and Skyridge will take over at the 20.
Yeah, nothing to lose there on that punt. Had the distance, and when you see it go, and you know you have that distance at 45, yeah, it goes wide, but that gives you confidence that, hey, if you need to come back to a long field goal later in the game, you've got the leg to get there.
So Skyridge now will come back out here at the 20. And offense is finding a little bit of a rhythm, but look, I kind of expected defenses to have a hand in the game tonight. These are two really good defenses. They've been littered with defensive talent, D1 talent on each side of the ball last couple years at these two programs.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing to me, no turnovers yet on either side of the ball. That's what these defenses both like to do, jump routes and force turnovers.
So Sweet Wine here will just shovel that ahead, and good pickup on the play. Didn't know how much that would have in it, but goes for 6 yards.
Yeah, I mean, Skyridge on the little shovel pass, and Lincoln Tahi's able to just drag defenders on his back for a few more yards. You know, the initial contact looked like it came right at about the line of scrimmage. But Tahi able to keep his legs moving.
2nd down here as we're inside a minute in this opening quarter. No score. Sweet Wine giving an indication here to his receivers. Got to hurry. Clock down to 1, and they got to take a timeout.
Yeah, time just slipped away from him there.
So we'll take a break here. Skyridge timeout. Of course, our timeout's brought to you by ETS. An ETS timeout here for the Falcons. We'll be back.
Welcome back to the UCCU Saving Spotlight.
Today's play of the day goes to Becky, a single mom who just got her son Max a youth debit card from UCCU.
This is a big win for Max, who knows that UCCU mobile banking makes it easy for his mom to add money to his debit card anytime.
It's also a big win for Becky, who knows it also makes it easy to monitor her child's spending anytime. Final score, 1 happy son, 1 responsible mom.
With the assist from UCCU.
We got football to play, man. That was a short timeout.
Yeah, we don't have any time to waste with commercials. We got football to play.
We got
it's
football.
A school night for crying out
It is
loud.
a school night. It's a work night for some of us too, Jeff.
That's right.
Some of us have long drives home. I got like
drives.
15 minutes ahead of me.
Right.
2nd down. They'll run it. Couple men miss. Nice run. Tahi able to pick up that 1st down.
Number 3, Lincoln Tahi.
Lincoln Tahi just runs with a special kind of physicality every time he touches the ball.
You know what I liked about that is the shiftiness without just going lateral, right?
Yeah.
Like still kept his momentum going forward while he's going kind of around some of those tacklers. Keep that momentum going. They'll run it on 1st down. Tahi, nice run. He picks up another 6 yards. And I don't know. I mean, he's finding his rhythm as the final seconds of this opening quarter come off. We are through 1 in this epic battle. Skyridge, Lone Peak, great rivalry. No score at the end of the 1st. You're watching Skyridge and Lone Peak football on KSLSports.com.
Hi, I'm Austin Strong, CEO of Tab Bank. As a former high school athlete in the state of Utah, I recognize how big of a role high school sports can play in developing student athletes' lives, even outside of the sports they play. For me, high school sports taught me how to work as a team, how to lead through adversity, how to share success, and how to face all challenges. While I didn't become a professional athlete, it was these skills that gave me a head start in life after my high school career was over. That's why Tab Bank is proud to sponsor KSL Sports Rewind's mission to highlight and promote student athletes and the communities in which they play. As a proud Bonneville Laker, I know the importance of the role a community plays in the success of a team, and I wanted to create a banking environment that gave our customers that Friday Night Lights feeling of community and togetherness. Our goal is to provide you a premium banking experience that will help aid you to accomplish any goal that you have in your life. We believe that whether you are a heavy favorite or the battle-tested underdog, Tab Bank can provide you a winning game plan for any of your financial needs.
Welcome back here to Skyridge High School. Skyridge football is presented by Fluence Media Agency. I want to thank Fluence for their sponsorship of Skyridge football, and then Lone Peak football presented by Skin Science. Also want to thank some of our Lone Peak sponsors, including Johnston Law. It starts up front with a winning team. Johnston Law has been helping businesses succeed at every stage for over 15 years. Call or text them today at 801-980-5300 and mention Lone Peak Wins. Lone Peak hoping to get back on the winning side of things this week. And Jeff, each of these two teams have had field goal opportunities. Both defenses have stood strong. Anything stand out to you through the first 12 minutes?
I think the play of the defensive secondaries. Both teams have tried to get the passing game going. I think Skyridge has had a little bit more success than Lone Peak. Lone Peak obviously had the big deep pass to Jaron Pula. The secondaries have held up pretty well, especially as fields have shrunk and they get down towards the end zone. Secondaries have played really well.
Second and short for the Falcons. Sweet Wine rolling. He's got some room here. Gets his feet under him. Throws this underneath. Tahi, first down, up the sideline, pushed out of bounds. Well, I like the physicality. You look at him, he doesn't come across like a super big player, but man, he plays really big and tough and physical.
Yeah, he runs hard and he looks for contact. Reminds me of a Timview running back from a few years ago, Shioni Moa. The way that he ran the ball, just looking for that contact. Kind of a smaller guy, unassuming physical runner. But man, he brings the lumber when he has.
He's not afraid to bring it. So first down, they will give it back to Lincoln. And sidestepping through that line, he stayed up. Oh, I had Siaki Fekitoa going through my mind on that one. I did not think he was down, Jeff.
That's another good comparison there. Fekitoa, the way that he kind of runs physically. I think Tahi's a little bit bigger than Fekitoa, but yeah, some similarities with their running style.
Do you think he was down?
I think he could have been down with like a wrist.
I didn't watch the replay.
It's
sitting right in front of us. I didn't see it.
I forget that we have screens in front of us.
It's actually
because there's a game in front of us, Dave.
I know. Yeah, it's kind of deja vu at times. They'll give it back to Tahi, and he'll pick up about 3. He'll pick up a third and short here.
Third and just a couple, and I've said it all night long. This is where Keneal Sweetwine is dangerous.
Heroic.com, third down for Skyridge. Another opportunity for that Lone Peak defense. Try to get a stop here. Tahi in the backfield. Sweetwine will keep it. Looking up the middle, and I don't think he got it. I think it was Tate King who got his arms around Sweetwine and prevented him from that surge, and it will be a 4th and short.
And I would expect Skyridge to keep the offense on the field, and it looks like they will. 4th and short, the way that Tahi runs the football, I think I look at his direction.
So this is an uncommon effect, 4th down for Skyridge. They need a yard. It is Tahi, and he has got it. Across the 40, that's all they needed. Enough to move the sticks for Skyridge.
Yeah, he needed 1, and he got about 1 in the length of a football, but that was enough to move the chains. And now Skyridge is, they're moving the ball. They're in plus territory. They got a fresh set of downs. They're feeling pretty good about this.
It's interesting because it's like Skyridge can run the football. We've seen Lone Peak more through the air. Kind of two very different styles in this opening half tonight. This Edge Holmes first down, pressure coming. Sweetwine spins around of it. And he's got to just get rid of this one. He actually had a man deep, but he couldn't get his feet under to get the ball away. But boy, they had Adam Warren behind that Lone Peak defense.
Boy, that is the sign that Keneal Sweetwine has taken a step forward.
Yes.
We were talking with a coach earlier this week, and you judge quarterbacks a lot on their misses, right? A lot of guys can make throws, but what do you do when things break down? I think a year ago, Keneal Sweetwine tries to throw that ball downfield.
Probably underthrows it and ends up in a pick.
Yeah, but this year makes the smart decision, throws it away.
A second down here.
And that's the recipe for this Lone Peak defense. Got to get into the backfield.
Yeah. Well, and turnovers, right? When they can create turnovers, and sometimes it can be, look, it just comes to you, right? As we're going to have a delay here. Unless, did they get a timeout taken?
I think they did. They got the timeout.
Yeah, they did. So, boy, Skyridge just able to take that second ETS first down. Elite Terminal Services bringing this timeout to us for Skyridge. We'll step aside, be back. Second down for the Falcons after this.
One of those long days working on your feet? Turn your aching feet to happy feet at Salt Lake Running Company. Our award-winning trained staff will provide a custom shoe fitting that will help you find the shoes, inserts, and socks that will make your workday the best it can be. Locally owned and operated for 30 years, SLRC offers rewards, training groups, races, and free community events. Visit us in-store or online today at slrc.com. Your work feet and workout life will get a boost.
Welcome back here while we have a moment. Thanks some of our Lone Peak sponsors, including Reef Capital. Expect the best. Also want to thank PKJ Design Group, landscape architects and planners, quality, innovative, and environmental design. Thanks to PKJ Design Group for their sponsorship of Lone Peak football. No points. I'm kind of surprised here, Jeff.
Yeah, the defenses have come up big when they need to. Gabe Harmon had the big block field goal. I mean, he did a great job getting in off the edge. He got there. He got home quickly to block that field goal. And here we are, 0-0.
Of course, Skyridge touchdowns are brought to us by Direct Meds, Better at Health. And, for their sake, Skyridge hoping they get Direct Meds a couple reads tonight.
Right.
Been close a couple times. Been a couple of opportunities they haven't been able to capitalize on. They've got a 2nd and 10 here for Sweetwine as they'll motion Tahi back. Lone Peak dropped a lot of guys. Screen play here. Nowhere for Tahi to go. There's that Lone Peak defense just bursting up there. And it was Harmon coming up with the stop again.
My goodness, Gabe Harmon hit just an excellent read from his defensive back spot. He sniffed out that screen pretty quickly. He was waiting for that ball to come, and that's a TFL on the screen. Great play.
And open field, right? Like you don't allow the blockers. The blockers may have guys, but it doesn't matter if you can get through and make the stop. Loss of 1.
Yeah, just a great play.
Heroic.com 3rd down. Sweetwine rolling to his right. Looking, gonna take a shot. Looking for the end zone. Incomplete. Coverage there by Teleafu. And it will bring up an uncommon effect 4th down.
Yeah, good job by Toa Teleafu to get there before the ball does. He turns his head around just enough to avoid the flag, and that's going to force another Skyridge punt. I mean, if you're this Lone Peak defense, Skyridge has moved the ball a little bit, but it's still 0-0. You have to feel great about what you've been able to do once Skyridge crosses the 50. They've buckled down, and they've played well.
Yeah. Ooh. Pressure coming there by Zundel. As this one takes a Skyridge bounce, will check up and roll down to the 2. So it's going to be a long field ahead for the Lone Peak Knight offense.
Yeah, great punt coverage. I mean, that's exactly how you draw it up. And it's going to force a long field. And look, that's a bigger play. I mean, obviously it's always big when you're backed up for the defense, when you're backed up, when the offense is backed up against the goal line. but with the way that Lone Peak has struggled running the ball here in the early going, this is a really tough place to be.
Well, unless you have a pair of Pulas.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, do you want to try that, throwing from your own end zone? That can be
it's dangerous.
A challenge.
It can be.
Christensen back out here, and let's drive Tahi lined up behind him. 6 yards deep in the end zone. They'll run with Tahi first, looking for some breathing room. They got it. Boy, still keeping those legs going. Nice run there by Sean Tahi.
Yeah, huge run by Tahi to give his offense some breathing room, get out of the shadow of the goalposts. Really just kept his legs going. I mean, it looked like that was going to get maybe back to the line of scrimmage. He just keeps running. That's a gain of about 6 yards.
Well, and I think good for that offensive line. We've seen Lone Peak try to establish the run, and there's been a couple of them where they've just been shut down to the line of scrimmage, right?
Yeah, good job to get a push.
Yep.
I mean, offensive linemen, they build on momentum. When you get a run like that, that helps.
2nd and 4. They do have some single coverage. Christensen gonna throw. That's caught. First down. That is Kenan Pula. He's got it up to the 21-yard line.
Boy, Kenan with a mean stiff arm. That was a man stiff arm as he throws the defender into the ground. And just like that, the shadow of the goalposts are very far in the rearview mirror.
Yep.
Really good job by Cruz Christensen to deliver that ball on time right to Kenan Pula, and then he does the rest after he catches the ball.
So it'll be a first down here. Skyridge has played pretty aggressive defensively tonight. A lot of guys in the box, leaving one-on-one opportunities. There's Pula again. And that is caught for about 10 yards. Yeah, first down.
Yeah, we've raved about Keneal Sweetwine and his maturation as a quarterback. But, man, Cruz Christensen right there. When we go back and when they show that play on film, I mean, he threw that ball before the break happened. I mean, he is anticipating his receivers, trusting them to be in the right spot, delivering that ball on time. That was an excellent throw that probably is going to get lost in the wash a little bit, but that was a fantastic quarterback play.
And we've seen that a lot from him this year, right? That corner game, it's the same thing. It's like he's just reading, diagnosing, making the right throw, not forcing anything.
Yeah.
He's been fantastic. And just a junior for this Lone Peak side as they'll run here on first down with Tahi, and he'll gain about 5. I don't know, Jeff. This is an opportunity where you're maybe thinking, looking aggressive here.
Well, I think right now you're just feeling pretty good about yourselves with the way that Cruz is getting rid of the ball so quickly. It's forcing Skyridge to finally take some guys outside of the box, and now maybe you get a little momentum. Maybe you feel that big play, but I wonder if they just try to keep that momentum rolling. But I have been wrong in just about every prediction so far tonight, so let's expect a big play.
Second down. They actually only gave him 4 on that play. 2nd and 6. They are going to look deep. He's got a man. That is caught. It is Ledger Holmes cutting inside the 20, and brought down in the 10, inside the 10. It's the shot for Ledger Holmes, and it's a first down for Lone Peak.
You know, if Vince cuts that right, it's going to sound like, hey, let's expect the big play. Boom, Ledger Holmes. It's going to sound great. What a play. And then what a run after the catch. The cutback to gain more yards, and the ball was on a dime.
And you got to love, it was not Pula. Why? Options,
yes.
Right? Now it's like, hey, you can't just take 1 or 2 of them away. We got other guys. Lone Peak in the red zone inside the 10 here for the first time tonight. First and goal for the Knights. Kept Christensen. Nowhere to go. That Skyridge defense answering the call, including Easton Simmons coming up to help contribute on the tackle.
Yeah, great job by Skyridge. They diagnosed that play really quickly. Nobody loses sight of the ball, and they close in on Christensen really quickly for no gain.
Griffin Coons was there as well, and this is a young man that should get talked about a lot more than he does. Leading tackler, also leading sack guy. He is an absolute stud. I think multi-year contributor for this Skyridge defense.
Griffin Coons has been great. 59 tackles coming into the game, 9 tackles for loss. He's leading the teams in sacks as well. He does everything from that linebacker spot. One of those do-it-all guys for Skyridge.
In the pistol here on 2nd and goal from the 7. Christensen, pressure coming off the edge, and that pass incomplete. Had to get rid of it. It was intended there for Jaron Pula. Good edge pressure there to break it up.
Well, and speak of the devil, there's Griffin Coons there on the pressure to really speed things up for Cruz Christensen and force that incompletion.
And Griffin Coons, 6'2", 206, and he's every bit of that.
Yeah.
That is a big kid coming around the edge there, right in the grill of Christensen.
Making the kind of play that's going to impress the myriad of college coaches.
There's
that
a
are
few
here
of them.
tonight.
Yep. 3rd and goal. Christensen looking, backside for Pula, incomplete. Looking around for a flag, none coming, as I think it was Braylon Sidwell in coverage, and it'll be 4th down.
Yeah, I love the no call there. Look, I mean, there was some contact on the other side, just the last drive. The refs let it go. There's some contact here. I love the refs letting it play. Jaron Pula still nearly came down with that ball with one hand. Great stand, right? Skyridge gets down and big play. Gets Lone Peak into the red zone, and then Skyridge, they buckle down, play good defense.
So a 24-yard field goal attempt here for Lone Peak. Looking for the first points of the game tonight. This kick is up, and it is good. There it is. Finally in the scoring column. It's 3-0 Lone Peak. That whole drive comes on the big play down the sideline to Ledger Holmes.
Boy, that was a big play. I mean, I'm replaying that in my head, and Ledger Holmes, just the way that he brought that ball in and the way that he ran after the catch, that cutback was beautiful. Really sets up that field goal.
We don't have stream timeouts, but we do have media timeouts here for other crews. So we'll take a break, media timeout, 5.5 to go. We'll be back with a kickoff after this.
With affordable GLP-1 medication from Direct Meds, I've lost weight but gained lots of attention.
From old college boyfriends
Hi.
to young college boys.
Oh, honey.
And my husband's obsessed.
She loves to make me jealous.
Well, as a woman over 50, losing weight was about as hard as getting my husband to cook anything but cereal.
Honey, where's the milk?
In your hand, babe.
Oh.
Visit directmeds.com today. Want to make out?
Sure.
Okay.
Welcome back. We talked about that big play, Jeff. Let's have another look at that completion to Holmes.
Well,
wait for it.
It's coming.
You know,
maybe
some people talk a big game.
We're
working on it.
There was a lot of talk there in the break.
We'll get it for you. While we're working on that, let's take a moment to thank some of our Lone Peak sponsors, including Kessler Allaire Insurance. For a range of reasons, call Kessler Allaire. There it is.
And just right there, there's that cutback by Holmes. Just such a great job. It's such a great ball by Cruz Christensen. My goodness.
Which, you know, speaking of cutbacks, driving here, I saw a lot of cars cutting back. National Auto Plaza, where you can find the best deals on the best cars, trucks, and SUVs with their legendary $3,500 rebate. If you are looking for a new way to make cuts on the interstate, not that we, suggest that kind of driving activity, but if you need it, check out National Auto Plaza and their $3,500 rebate. Want to thank them for sponsoring Lone Peak football here on KSLSports.com.
Dan, I've got something we gotta have you deliver to our producer.
Okay.
It's the second one he's earned this year. It's a little bit of a gold star.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. Gold star that just signifies that he tried.
He tried.
It was a good job.
He did.
It was a valiant effort. And we got there.
We got it.
It was
we
good.
got it. Yeah. This kickoff fielded back at the 2. Nice return of that right side to the 30. Jeff, I didn't know you handed out awards like that.
Well, I do to very specific people. And listen, I've had people for weeks asking me if I know how to do stickers. Stickers, Dave. They're asking me all the time, can you put this sticker on this piece of paper for me? Like I can't do it. And I have to prove time and time again that yes, I can put stickers on things. So because of that, yeah, we got a little I tried award.
I love it. By the way.
Sometimes things need to happen. People need to be recognized for their contribution.
And he's got 2 of those now?
Oh, yeah, he's got 2. He's earned 2.
Skyridge starting this drive at their own 30-yard line. And they will go on the ground. Sweet Wine here keeping it right side. Nice run there for Keneal.
How does Sweetwine respond? I mean, look, I know it's not a touchdown, but with the way that this game has gone, 3 points feels huge. The Skyridge offense has been close. Are they able to keep that momentum? Do they keep their confidence going as things have broken down after they moved the ball well? It's an important drive for Skyridge.
Yeah, I mean, they'll kick off to start the second half as well. Lone Peak will get that football as they throw this underneath over the middle, caught by
Quarterback at Sweetwine does a good job to just get rid of the ball safely.
So our apologies there. Little technical issue is they had the completion over the middle to Simmons, got them the first down. Then on that first down play, Sweetwine kind of rolling to his left, really didn't have any options underneath. Pressure getting there, just threw it away. It'll bring up a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and a great job by Sweetwine to evade the pressure and get the ball out of harm's way.
He'll throw this in the flat. Tahi turning upfield. Nice run after the catch there by Tahi as he'll gain about 7 yards.
That's a really, really good job by Sweetwine right there. He had Tavita Monga just bearing down on him quickly. I mean, he came through as a free rusher, got into the backfield fast.
3rd and 4.
So 3rd and 4 here for Skyridge.
We've seen pressure in these situations from Lone Peak in the early going. We've seen a couple of big sacks on these 3rd and short situations that have forced Skyridge to punt. Let's see what Coach Denny dials up.
Heroic.com, 3rd down. And we've got whistles here. Is that play clock ticking down? Yeah, they've got to take their last timeout here. So this will timeout brought to you by Elite Terminal Services. It's the last Skyridge timeout of this first half. And we will step aside and take it. We'll be back 3rd down for the Falcons after this.
Tonight's game also sponsored by Robert.
With affordable GLP-1 medication from Direct Meds, I've lost weight but gained lots of attention.
From old college boyfriends
Hi.
to young college boys.
Oh, honey.
And my husband's obsessed.
She loves to make me jealous.
Well, as a woman over 50, losing weight was about as hard as getting my husband to cook anything but cereal.
Honey, where's the milk?
In your hand, babe.
Oh.
Visit directmeds.com today. Want to make out?
Sure.
Okay.
Welcome back. Is 3rd and short here, Jeff. What are you looking for from Skyridge?
I'm just getting the ball to Keneal Sweetwine. He's proven that he's making really good decisions tonight, even if he has to get rid of it. Put the ball in his hands and let him make the right play.
Did you bring pressure here for your Lone Peak?
I think so. It's worked so well.
I'll back out. Sweetwine, draw, and he dives. I think he's short. Yeah, he's going to be short by 2 yards, Jeff.
Yeah, it looked like on the cut, he just slipped up. A little bit of I think his foot just slipped out from underneath him.
That's a good catch. I didn't see that initially. Offense staying on the field here. It's an uncommon effect. 4th down for Skyridge. And this is where if you're Lone Peak, do not jump.
Don't jump. They almost did.
And remember, they don't have a timeout.
Right.
So you can maybe quick kick it here, but can't really get the punting unit out there. They will go for it. They're going to run. Tahi. Boy, he is close. I think he's short, but a flag did come in on that play, Jeff.
Yeah, I don't know if this is going to be.
Lone Peak saying it's on Skyridge. I think he's short.
I think he is short.
Flag on the play.
Sorting it out still.
It would be another stop by the Knights who say nay, pending the flag.
And it is on Skyridge.
So here you just decline that bad boy, I think.
I think it might have been a false start. So I think it was a procedure penalty. So the punt team is going to get a chance because it happened before the snap. So no chance to decline that penalty. That'll back Skyridge up, and they will punt it away.
Well, that, if you're a Lone Peak fan, that's one of those darn it's,
That's
right?
tough to swallow.
But you know, they did just convert on a 98-yard drive. Speaking of Lone
That's
Peak,
true.
right? Got the field goal out of it.
And they got the stop in their hearts, so they could feel good about that.
They can. This punt fielded at the 15, fair caught signal, and taken. So Lone Peak will come back out here. 3:37 to go in the first half. The offense back on the field here for Lone Peak, and here comes the middle eight.
This is the ever-important middle eight. Got another delivery for you to give to our producer here tonight.
That one got a chuckle. That one got a good laugh.
He's having a rough night tonight.
He is having a rough night. You know, this young man, I'm hoping he puts it on his hat or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, that one, I think it's got to go on his resume. He's part of the team.
I'm kind of wondering how many pin options you have.
Oh, boy, we keep on going tonight, folks. Let's just see how many more mistakes we've got.
First down, Christensen. He's going to look deep. Pula's behind the defense. In stride. To the 20, 10, touchdown, Lone Peak. As Jared Pula signals to the crowd. And it's an 85-yard touchdown for Jared Pula.
Look, inside the 10-yard line is right where Lone Peak wants to be. Christensen with another dime downfield to Jared Pula. The way that he adjusted while that ball was in the air to make sure that he was able to get that was fantastic. He keeps his speed. He runs into the end zone. That was huge. I mean, look at these adjustments here by Pula. He's tracking that ball. He looked like Jim Edmonds out there playing center field.
By the way, you're not catching him.
No, nobody's
That's
catching
not
him.
happening. Look, we talked about Christensen's long ball. I love it.
Yeah.
Because in that situation, it's like, look, I'm going to let my receiver adjust to it like you're talking about, right? I'm going to put it in a spot that he can get to it and let him read it and go make a play. And, like, when you've got the Pulas, why not?
Yeah.
And we mentioned how aggressive Skyridge has been defensively. There's been a lot of one-on-one coverage. Like, you're rolling the dice in those situations. And in that case, Lone Peak got him.
Yeah. There is a certain Utah wide receivers coach that's here on the sideline that is really excited about that catch. Jared Pula, of course, committed to Utah to play for Micah Simon and the Utes. Micah Simon here in person to take that one in. That is the benefit of Thursday night games. Gives the college coaches a chance to get out here.
Yeah.
And what a ball from Cruz.
That was a great throw. So point after, up, and it is 10-0. Boy, just like that, Jeff, this went from a back and forth in the 85-yarder, and now all of a sudden, Lone Peak with double-digit lead.
You know, both of these drives that have resulted in points for Lone Peak have come long fields, right? I mean, inside their 15-yard line on both drives. I don't know what you do when you have Jared Pula like that. I don't know how you defend him.
I don't think you can. And in fairness, even if you've got a safety back there, you're still in an opportunity where he can go up and make a play on any opportunity. Now, he's lined up bottom of the screen here. Watch, there's no real contact there. This is just a straight go, and I'm faster than you are. No help over the top.
And look, that's a
easy
ball
pickings
from Cruz, man. I mean, that's 50 yards in the air, right where it needs to be.
And the other thing too is, I mean, we've seen some routes tonight where they're kind of, not little hitches, 5-10 yard hitch routes. So you're trying to play over the top to keep everything in front of you. You never quite know when he's going to break that off, and you don't want to sail on going deep yet, because then you give away the 15-yard throw, right? So it's a tough place to be as a DB with no help going up against a D1 receiver, legit D1.
Yeah.
And so, again, not trying to pick on the defense of Skyridge there at all, but just tells you a little bit about the conundrum you're in defensively on that assignment.
Yeah, tough spot to be in. I mean, look, he's a matchup nightmare.
Yes. So 3:25 to go here, opening half. Skyridge will get this ball back. How important is this drive? Is they're just going to angle this, and that will go. Did they touch that? Yeah, that was not out of bounds. That was recovered by Skyridge.
Well, that's a good play by Skyridge.
I don't mind the idea. Yeah.
Lone Peak was barreling down. Look, they saw something on film there that the front line of that return team, they're kind of giving up early, right, on that kickoff. And Lone Peak just tries to kick it into the dead zone. It's really a good ball right where it needs to be. And Lone Peak nearly got there in time, but Skyridge wisely is able to fall on it before Lone Peak gets there.
No timeouts for Skyridge left in this half.
I mean, this is Keneal Sweetwine time, right? I mean, this is, you're down 10. You've got your senior quarterback who's been fantastic all year. Can he get you points on the scoreboard before the half?
First down brought to you by Edge Homes. They'll run it on this Edge Homes first down with Tahi. He'll pick up about 6 yards.
There's Grimmer on the stop. It's good to see Grimmer back on the field. He was dinged up earlier, had to leave with the help of the coaches, but he's able to get back on the field.
I mean, he's the definition of an impact player in more ways than one.
Absolutely. He does it. He can get into the backfield. He plays coverage. He's great against the run. I mean, he's the real deal from that linebacker spot.
2nd and 5 here. Sweetwine gonna throw, and Tahi just able to stumble ahead. He'll pick up the first down. I was curious if they were gonna call a hold on this near side. I think that was assisted.
Tahi gets the big hit and pass pro. I mean, maybe there's a flag, but there's not. So
in fairness,
room, it looks
that's
great.
all the chip by Tahi. I actually thought the lineman took him down, but it was Tahi on the chip.
Tahi on the big chip. Then he gets the pass. Then he picks up the first down. A little bit of everything.
Yeah, nice play there by Lincoln.
I think that's 3 helmet stickers on one play for him.
Speaking of, Jeff will hand out a helmet sticker to one of the players from tonight's game. Is Tahi here underneath, across midfield to the 46.
Man, he runs hard. And it doesn't take him much to get up to that top speed, and he is going to deliver a hit every single time, even on this play. It's a little screen ball behind him. Boom, he brings down the lumber from that running back spot.
2nd and 3 here for the Falcons. Sweetwine, little hitch, caught, first down. I like the offense here for Skyridge.
I do too, but this is about where Skyridge has been. It seems like there's a shift in defensive philosophy as the field gets shorter. And Lone Peak, they've kind of had Skyridge's number once they get here to about the Lone Peak 40 tonight. See what kind of adjustments Sweetwine makes. I like the momentum of this drive. I like the pace of this drive.
1st and 10. Clock nearing 90 seconds left. Boy, a lot of time coming off here on this first down play. Sweetwine gonna try deep. Oh, incomplete. Had a man. That was Sheffield. Got a hand on it. Couldn't get 2 as it falls incomplete.
That ball just over the outstretched fingertips of Gabe Harmon. But I think he got just enough in the way to maybe make it tough for Sheffield to track that ball. That'll stop the clock. You're right, Dan. I mean, a lot of time. 2 full minutes came off the clock to move the ball 20 yards.
Yep. That's where you hate spending some of those timeouts earlier. I get it. You had to in those situations, but man, you'd love to have at least one in your pocket here as penalty flags now coming in. And this is going to not help the Falcons.
Yep, it is a false start that will move them back. I mean, with 1.5 minutes left, even with no timeout, Skyridge is still thinking end zone. They're not thinking field goal range.
Yep.
But because of that no timeout factor, you're really only a couple of plays with a running clock away from having to settle for a field.
Stops on first downs and out of bounds. Sweetwine here rolling to his right. Looking for Tahi. Caught. And he got out of bounds. Good call there.
Yeah, good job. He kept his balance after the initial hit, and he's able to scamper out of bounds and stop the clock.
Nice gain there. Picked up about 10, maybe 11 yards. It's like a third and short here. A long short or a short medium, depending on how you look at it.
It's all
about perspective. And Lone Peak, you're going to take a timeout. Coach Denny wanting to get that defense short up here, trying to make a late stand here in this second quarter. We'll be back with a 3rd down for Skyridge after this.
Welcome back to the UCCU Saving Spotlight.
Today's play of the day goes to Becky, a single mom who just got her son Max a youth debit card from UCCU.
This is a big win for Max, who knows that UCCU mobile banking makes it easy for his mom to add money to his debit card anytime.
It's also a big win for Becky, who knows it also makes it easy to monitor her child's spending anytime. Final score, 1 happy son, 1 responsible mom.
With the assist from UCCU.
Third down. Sweetwine gonna take this himself. The Knights who say nay are there again. It's Tate King first on the spot, and it will bring up a fourth down.
Man, I feel like we have called Tate King's name every time Lone Peak's defense needs a big play. Tate King is there in the backfield. He's had a fantastic half. No play bigger than that one on a big third down to get the stop.
Man, it's like Lone Peak. It's like they were in the huddle. I mean, everyone's waiting on that pull from Keneal, and you saw it. There were 4 Lone Peak players right there. While we have them, go ahead.
Well, just ask them. Lone Peak take a timeout?
Yes, they did.
Is that what happened
yeah,
here?
They took their second timeout. And interesting, I mean, you have to get the sense that they probably feel like Skyridge is going to go for it here. And maybe they feel like, hey, we can actually get the ball back. I mean, you got over a minute left. You got 1 timeout left here. You get the ball back, and especially you do it here, you can go down getting field goal range.
Well, I mean, all you need is 3 seconds if you've got Pula.
That's what I'm saying,
just
right?
Chuck it deep, right?
Yep.
So, yeah, Lone Peak feels they have an opportunity here. They're going to force Skyridge to, hey, move the chains, do something.
You know, I usually like to – I didn't get a chance to talk to coaches before the game tonight, just timing and other things. But, you know, I'd love to know the long because, again, you're looking at what would be about a 52-yard field goal. But if it breaks the plane, it's at the 20.
Yeah, to me it feels like a no-brainer every time. But
they will go for it. It's 4th and 6. They've got to get to the 30-yard line to keep this drive alive. Lone Peak bringing pressure up the middle. Picked up. Over the middle. That's caught. Skyridge needed to play, and it's Adam Warren coming up with it for the Falcons.
Yeah, great ball by Sweetwine. Great catch by Warren, and that clock is moving.
It's moving.
Skyridge has got to hustle to the line.
They got a first down. They're at the 25-yard line. Sweetwine looking on the little hitch, caught at the 10. First down, Skyridge. Clock stopped at 52.
Talmadge Oswald brings in the catch, and Skyridge right here knocking on the door of the goal line.
They got first and goal. Boy, it'd be huge to get a score on this play. Overthrown, was looking for Tahi. Tahi took a hit there from Grimmer. It's incomplete.
Boy, that's the WWE headliner there with Grimmer and Tahi. The way that those two play, the physicality each of them bring. I love replays of incomplete passes when it's hits like that. My goodness.
Clock at 42. We'll get our clock. There you go. Three at the bottom of the screen here for Sweetwine. Pressure coming. Keneal looking to the end zone, and it is incomplete. Boy, had single coverage, couldn't quite connect with his target.
Great defensive play call to bring the heat, and it got home quickly. And it was Omarion Sanders on, nearly was able to bring that in.
How about that camera work? Man, that's a clean shot.
Yeah.
Third and goal. Option play. They'll pitch. Tahi. Nope. Was that him again?
I mean, who else would it be, right?
Take King, man. I mean, like, let your teammates come in, huh?
I mean, share the love a little bit.
Okay, it was not.
Grimmer,
it was Grimmer.
And Tate King.
Okay.
I mean, they're both there.
All right. This will be a 26-yarder. Skyridge looking for their first points. It'd be great for them to get points off of this drive. Had a 40-yarder blocked in the opening quarter. This from 26. It is up. And he was certainly not going to let that get blocked, but missed it wide. The chip shot could not get it between the uprights. And We remain at 10-0.
Yeah, looked like that ball just got away from him a little bit. It was a running clock. I mean, that kick was not an easy kick. They had to hustle on, had to get the ball off. They had plenty of time on the play clock, but it was the game clock that was running. And maybe just rushed the kicker just enough.
We are at the break, 10-0 Lone Peak. Thanks to the touchdown with just over 3 to go. Cruz Christensen to Jackson Pula gives Lone Peak the 10-0 lead here at the half. We'll step aside, be back. You're watching Lone Peak and Skyridge football on KSLSports.com.
At Skin Science Institute, we offer top-tier educational experience in aesthetics, including the finest facility, the most comprehensive curriculum, and a team of highly experienced professionals. We take pride in our fun and exciting culture to give our students a positive learning environment while training on the best machinery the industry has to offer. We ensure our graduates not only receive the best education, but also step into their careers with confidence thanks to our robust job placement support. Start your journey as an esthetician today. Our monthly start dates and financial aid opportunities make it easy to jump in. Visit our website at www.skinscienceinstitute.com to schedule a tour and enroll now.
Dane Stewart, Jeff Hansen with you. Of course, Skyridge football is brought to you by Fluence on the Rewind Sports Network, and Lone Peak football is brought to you by Skin Science. I want to thank our presenting sponsors, all of our other sponsors that make this stream possible here on KSLSports.com. Jeff, 10-0, Lone Peak leading Skyridge at the break. Lone Peak will get the ball to start this second half. We saw them move the ball with more success in that second quarter. Have they found something here, Jeff, that you expect them to continue to lean into? What are you kind of looking for here to start this third quarter?
Well, I mean, if you look at it, it was one methodical drive that had multiple first downs, and then it was one big play to Jaron Pula, and that's always there. I think that they found something that works, but more than anything, I wonder if this 10-point deficit, it's not huge, but given how well the Lone Peak defense has played, does that kind of force Skyridge to try to go fast, right? Are they going to try to make a play? Are they jumping routes? That feels like an opportunity for Lone Peak for me.
And the Skyridge defense, it's played well. Again, we have two big plays, one on each of those drives, right? The one is the 50-yarder, or it was longer than 50, and then the other one, the 85-yard touchdown pass. So really, outside of those two big plays, the defense for Skyridge has been really solid.
Yeah, and they've played really, really well. So I don't know, man. If I'm Skyridge, I'm not getting discouraged. I'm trying to keep myself in the game and within the game plan because it has worked. But that's tough to do, right? I mean, I think instincts are, we got to start making something happen, and that's when opportunities arise for the opposing offense.
So Lone Peak will start with the possession here in this third quarter. And on this first down play, boy, Christensen fumbled the snap, has to eat that one. Boy, that's not how Lone Peak wants to start this second half.
No, that's exactly what Skyridge would dial up.
Yeah.
I mean, a negative play on first down here. Looked like, I don't know, just maybe a miscommunication. Didn't look like a bad snap. Just,
I don't know, maybe his eyes came up a little quickly trying to read the D, but a rare miscue for Cruz Christensen, who had a really strong first half, right? Probably not numbers that are going to be, 200 yards.
Right.
Well, actually, gosh, he might be close.
Be on two
actually.
plays, yeah.
Yeah. 2nd and 15 here. And he's going to take a shot. This one overthrown, was looking there for Kennan, and this one about 5 yards over the top of the net.
Yeah, it looked like Cruz just threw a little bit of a different route than Kennan was running. But I mean, that's what's been there tonight, right? That big play, and it was there again. I think Kennan had a step. If the throw is with him, it was behind him. Like I say, it looked like two different routes.
Yeah, I mean, if that's thrown more kind of towards the middle near side, he probably runs underneath it. And now a 3rd and 15 here for Lone Peak, and this is where you really say, okay, guard the Pulas, right? Because that's the downfield threat here.
Yeah, that was huge. It was those long third downs against corner, and there were several Pula conversions on those situations.
Christensen looking, has a man caught, going to be short of the first down, has about 10, and it will be a 4th down here for Lone Peak.
Yeah, 4th down at about 4. It's a good job to get some yards, but it's going to force the punt team on for Lone Peak.
You're kind of hoping after you make that catch, you can maybe make a man miss. That Skyridge defense, football.
They were playing sticks. That was a good job. They knew exactly where Lone Peak needed to be, and when that ball fell short of that mark, they closed quick.
Yeah. So that Skyridge defense gets an opening drive stop here to start this second half. As this punt away, good kick. Fair catch taken at the 37.
Really good punt.
Yeah. So Edge Holmes first down here for Skyridge to start their first drive of this third quarter. Talking about Sweet Wine, Tahi, that's really been the duo today for the Falcons, this offense in the first half. Had a couple opportunities for them to try to look down the field with Sheffield and Oswald.
Yeah, I'd like to see Skyridge offensively try to find a way to get these receivers more involved. They have 6 receivers with more than 200 yards receiving coming into this game, but it's really been Sweetwine and Tahi so far.
He's going to throw on first down. This caught by Sheffield. Nice solid gain there. We'll bring up ETS 2nd and short.
And Sheffield, big touchdown threat for Skyridge, leads the team in receiving touchdowns. Good to get him going. I'd like to see them get Oswald going a little bit. As those two go, that's kind of Skyridge's counter to the Pula twins. Those are the top two receivers for the Falcons.
They've had good drives, and again, they've left 6 points on the field with a pair of missed field goals. As Sweetwine here, stepping up in the pocket, looking over the middle, and that's through the fingertips of Oswald. Had him open over the middle. Fastball there.
Yeah, fastball, but a ball that could have been caught still, but it was, it would have hurt your fingers a little bit at the end of that.
Of course, in fairness tonight to that young man, there's a lot of fastballs in the Bronx that weren't dealt with very well tonight. The Yankees getting the 4-0 win.
Gross.
Look, that's not a bad tie. I mean, I brought that into the game. I did okay, right?
Yeah, you weren't gross.
You may not like the result. That's okay.
But also, I don't know, man. I mean, the Yankees beating the Red Sox beating the Yankees, it's gross on gross.
Here's a third and short. Sweetwine thrown out. Oswald, first down for Skyridge.
Well, we talked about it earlier in the drive. Find ways to get Sheffield involved. Find ways to get Oswald to drive. And there they are. I mean, both of those two involved in the early going here. Find some momentum in the passing game. It's going to free up Tahi and Sweetwine in the rushing game.
Versatility in the offense,
yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
A lot of Tahi, a lot of Sweetwine in that first half. Get some more guys going. Make that Lone Peak defense think a little bit. And they've certainly come out with that intention here on this first drive of the third. Tahi bouncing off tackles, going to go down. They'll give him 2 yards on progress.
He just bounces, man.
Yeah.
I mean, even on gains like that, you see him here. He hits that contact. He just bounces off, stays balanced. You got to wrap him up every single time or he's going to break it loose.
Skyridge started the game running the ball really well. That opening half. Sweetwine looking boundary, caught by Tahi. He'll pick up about 3 on the reception.
I think Lone Peak got fortunate there that ball took Tahi towards the sideline.
Yes.
There wasn't anybody there.
He had some space. Yep.
He had space, but his momentum just carrying him out of bounds. This is where things have been tricky for Skyridge. You've got a third and medium here on the plus side of the field. This is where things have kind of broken down so far.
Another heroic.com third down here for the Falcons. Sweetwine rolling, has Tahi underneath. He'll go there. And first down, Lincoln Tahi taking it to the 36.
Beautiful play design and very, very well blocked by really the entirety of this Skyridge offense. You had receivers playing pass protection there. The offensive line did a great job of really creating that seal and allowing Sweetwine to find Tahi in the flat.
His versatility, because we've seen him run the ball, we've seen him catch the ball, and when he gets that ball in space, his physicality and his speed.
Oh, yeah.
Good football player. Sweetwine, he's got a man deep, wide open, looking for 6, touchdown, Skyridge. It's Davis Fyans, uncovered, and Skyridge gets their first points of the game.
Boy, and Fyans didn't have anybody within 10 yards of him, just a coverage breakdown by Lone Peak, and great eyes by Keneal Sweetwine. I think that play was designed to go to Tahi in the flat, but Sweetwine keeps his eyes active, and he finds his guy wide open downfield, makes that quick adjustment, delivers the ball on target for 6.
Well, that's a great-looking throw on that direct Meds Skyridge touchdown. That's the point after try for the Falcons is up, and this one is good. 10-7, Skyridge starting the second half just as they needed it, Jeff. A defensive stop and then a touchdown.
Yeah, exactly what Skyridge dialed up in the locker room. Now it's Lone Peak's turn to come out offensively and find that big response.
But they're going to have to wait because we've got a timeout. Timeout on the field. We'll take it with them. We'll be back. You're watching Lone Peak and Skyridge football on KSLSports.com.
With affordable GLP-1 medication from Direct Meds, I've lost weight but gained lots of attention.
From old college boyfriends
Hi.
to young college boys.
Oh, honey.
And my husband's obsessed.
She loves to make me jealous.
Well, as a woman over 50, losing weight was about as hard as getting my husband to cook anything but cereal.
Honey, where's the milk?
In your hand, babe.
Oh.
Visit directmeds.com today. Want to make out?
Sure.
Okay.
Welcome back here to Skyridge High School. Lone Peak ready to receive this kick. Lone Peak football on the Rewind Sports Network is brought to you by Stroformance, a science-based speed and performance training system using state-of-the-art technology and data to train thousands of athletes, and is a proud sponsor of the Lone Peak football team. Also want to thank Tiny Hero, a Utah nonprofit giving families hope and help when their baby is born with CDH. They provide support, grants, and a community standing with them every step of the way. Visit tinyhero.org to learn more. We also want to thank doTERRA, a proud sponsor of Lone Peak football. doTERRA's products help athletes around the world maintain the highest levels of health and wellness. Learn more about how you can up your health and wellness game at doTERRA.com. All right, hey, we got a football game.
Yeah, that's a great response by Skyridge's offense. Find some momentum for Sweetwine, get those receivers involved. Defense got that big stop. This is exactly the first, really only 3 minutes, 15 seconds of a half that Skyridge wants.
Lone Peak.
Lining up the kick for Skyridge.
And that fumble on that opening drive of this third quarter really sets them off schedule, disrupts that drive, see if they can get back in the rhythm that they had in that second quarter here. Is this kick into the end zone for the touchback.
I love this Lone Peak look.
It's a good look,
This is my favorite Lone Peak look.
Did you notice they've got a little icon on the shoulder? Do you notice that? Did you notice that before the game?
On the shoulder?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
It's a knight.
Well, that makes sense.
Well, they are the Knights.
Yeah.
I've just never seen that logo for Lone Peak before.
I think you're right.
It's a good look.
Looks great.
Yeah.
The script, I know you're a fan of the script.
Love the script.
Black and gold giving you Vandal feel a little bit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I could get used to this look. I'm not going to lie.
No, it's a great look.
I wouldn't mind if a certain college team adopted this look. Starting at their own 20, Christensen throws into the flat. Fanua could not get turned around, but still not a bad gain on first down.
Yeah, strong first down, and the Fanua just on the opposite shoulder for Fanua. Caught his momentum and his feet get tripped up, but positive play.
A lot of room there, right?
Yeah.
He could easily get the first down. One where the turf monster here at Skyridge, 12th man on the field.
It's cropped up a couple of times.
It has. It actually bit Keneal right on that fourth down run. Got a second down here. Skyridge bringing pressure. Christensen, he's going to look deep. That one, it's a can of corn, intercepted. Picked off Ethan Shriver, the safety. It wasn't there, and the miscue will give Skyridge the ball at midfield.
Yeah, just a miscommunication. Receiver ran a different route that Christensen threw, and Shriver, man, I mean, you're not going to have an easier one than that. Just a mistake.
He has not made many of them. That one, a costly one for Lone Peak, and now Skyridge will start at their own 49-yard line.
You know what's tough there is that goes against the quarterback stats. You have no idea. We have no idea. Was that the quarterback that ran the wrong way? Was that that's always one of those. That feels like a tip pass interception. That there should be a special category.
So 1st and 10. Here's Tahi looking near side, picking up about 4 yards on the run.
I mean, that's the recipe there, right? Get Tahi going. You've had this. You've had the passing game. The receivers are going. Keneal's finding some momentum as a passer, and as that box gets a little bit lighter,
they got a little tempo going here as well. Speaking of Skyridge, kind of finding a bit of a rhythm as they'll check here to the sideline. Tahi up the middle, nice lane there. Brought down there by Maunga after a gain of 4.
Yeah, and you're seeing the Skyridge offensive line, especially this left side, really starting to flex their muscles a little bit, creating those big creases for Tahi to run through.
3rd and short here for Skyridge. Lone Peak bringing guys around the edge. Sweetwine up the middle. He's got it inside the 40. Now going to bounce outside. Keneal down to the 20 and out of bounds. A big run on 3rd and short for the Falcons.
Well, number 13, he's starting to find that momentum, starting to gain confidence. When he gets going, man, he's tough.
Well, and you bring that edge pressure. If you get beat off that edge, there's a lot of grass. And Keneal makes them pay. They're now down in the red zone here once again. They'll stay on the ground. Tahi trying to surge ahead. A couple nights there.
Again, though, I mean, Tahi is able to get past first contact, keep going. It's only a gain of, I think, 3 or 4 yards, but it could have been a gain of 1. I mean, he just always picks up an extra 2 yards every time he touches the ball.
Looking over to Coach Hem. Sweet wine pressure coming, able to step up. Keneal won't get out of that tackle as he's brought down for the sack. That's Mounga coming up with a Lone Peaks tackle.
Great job by Mounga. Sweet Wine's able to evade the first sack, the first guy that gets into the backfield, but Mounga with the great pursuit brings him down.
3rd and 10 here. Well, 3rd and 11 for Skyridge.
Wow, and a good response by the Lone Peak defense. I felt like Skyridge was humming there. Big sack there, gets this 3rd and long situation.
Looking, that one incomplete. He's trying to get that to Fyans. Just a touch behind him. We'll bring up a 4th down here.
Well, and we'll see how the Skyridge kicking game, a couple of missed field goals, a block field goal, and then a miss, has the confidence for the kicking unit, snapper, kicker, holder.
It's going to be a little bit longer. Going to be a 37-yard attempt here for the Falcons. And yeah, little movement there, going to back him up.
Yeah, just again, I mean, it's just those little miscommunications. And now that makes this isn't a short field goal, Dane. I mean,
no.
This will be now a 42-yard field goal attempt.
So it'll be Odom here. 42-yard try. Chance to tie it up. 5.5 to go here in the 3rd. Trying to convert points off that interception. Hold is good, kick is up. It's got the distance, but it is no, oh, I thought that was wide. It is good. Perception, Jeff.
Angles, man, what a crazy thing.
Did you think that was, I thought that was a little flat. It was not.
Well, I mean, since I hadn't opened my mouth, I thought it was good all along.
Okay.
Thought it looked great.
Hey, you know, sometimes you try.
You try.
Thank you, I appreciate that. 10 apiece, Skyridge able to convert the 42-yard field goal.
And
nice
with
kick by
room to
Odom.
spare, yeah, great. Well, and a great response by Odom, especially after the 2 field goals don't go his way in the first half. He lines up for a long field goal, delivers it with confidence, and it's 10-all. We got a great football game.
We got a media timeout. We'll step aside, be back. 10 apiece, Lone Peak. We'll get it after this.
Welcome back to the UCCU Saving Spotlight.
Today's play of the day goes to Becky, a single mom who just got her son Max a youth debit card from UCCU.
This is a big win for Max, who knows that UCCU mobile banking makes it easy for his mom to add money to his debit card anytime.
It's also a big win for Becky, who knows it also makes it easy to monitor her child's spending anytime. Final score, 1 happy son, 1 responsible mom.
With the assist from UCCU.
Welcome back. The S always lit up here at Skyridge Stadium, and the youngsters having fun on the lights.
Out on the berm. Cool setup if you haven't been to Skyridge.
It is really
cool.
cool
Field out here.
Some people like to play under the lights. Others like to play on the lights.
Yes.
And look, either way, it's a nice night. Great night for a game, by the way.
It's a great night for a game.
Of course, we want to thank Fluence, our sponsor of Skyridge football here on KSLSports.com. Also want to thank LiveFit Systems sponsoring the PAT. We missed that earlier on the PAT. Have to make sure we give a shout out to LiveFit Systems for sponsoring that Skyridge PAT that made it 10-7. And then, of course, the field goal. In fact, we'll throw LiveFit Systems on the field goal as well. 2 big kicking downs, 4 points there that have allowed Skyridge to tie it up here.
Well, and here we are now, 2.5 quarters into it, and we're right back where we started at a tie game. This offense, this Lone Peak offense, has got to find some momentum. They did so great there in the second quarter, but a couple of miscues, right? The receiver maybe running a wrong route for the easy interception, the fumbled snap on the opening play of the half. A couple of miscues, and Lone Peak did a really good job of playing clean football in the first half. Has not been that way so far in the second half.
Game manager has such a negative connotation, but it's like you were really managing the game in that you were being efficient, consistent, and a couple of plays, and next thing you know, you're tied up. Christensen here going to step up. There's not a lot of guys open. He'll take this up for a gain of 5 yards. Nice recognition there by Cruz.
Yeah, good read by Cruz to sense that nobody was open. It looked like he was trying to get to Pula here on this far sideline, but it's covered. Good coverage by Skyridge, and Christensen tucks it, picks up 5.
Second down here, and I think for someone it's just, hey, get back settled, right?
Yeah.
Like take a breath. We're okay. Can move the ball against this defense, and so these two teams both coming in 5-2, 1-1 in region. Christensen over the middle. That throw was short of the intended target. Was trying to find Ledger Holmes over the middle.
Now some pressure came in late on a delayed blitz, and Cruz had to hurry and get rid of that. Looked like he short-armed it just a little bit, and the ball went into the turf.
That'll bring up a third down here. When you'd hate to have another kind of quick possession here.
You would, and Skyridge has done a really good job on Jaron Pula so far in this second half. Haven't called his name yet.
Well, and a lot of it is, in that first half, everyone's up in the box. Now they've had safeties nearly every play, so they're not going to let themselves just kind of throw them up anymore. There is Kenan Pula, first down as he takes it up near the 40-yard line. Hey, that'll work on a third down for Lone Peak.
Yeah, great job by Kenan Pula. Great job by Christensen, who's slow to get up here, but it looks like he's just catching his breath. Great job. He delivers a ball again on target and on time to Kenan Pula. And then after the catch, you saw what makes Pula so special. He explodes on the field.
So that's the first down Lone Peak needed. Give that defense kind of some time on the sideline, get that confidence going for the offense.
A little bit of breathing room, give a little extra time to the defense, catch their breath.
They'll run. And Tahi nowhere to go, smothered. What a job coming up by Carter Seu. He was all over that play.
He was. He came off of that defensive end spot, got into the backfield in a hurry. I mean, that defensive end position feels like a calling card for a Skyridge defense. Every single year they've got strong defensive end play. Seu with a great play there to continue that edge rusher legacy.
And there's that play that kind of disrupts, again, some of the management. You've got a TFL, you've got a 2nd and 13. Off schedule here, see what Lone Peak likes to do. Christensen gonna try deep, looking for Jarens. He's got him, and it is incomplete. Boy, that is a big-time saving play by Briggs Parker coming over the safety to jar it loose.
Yeah, he timed it well. That ball floated just a little bit. And Briggs Parker able to get there and knock it out of Jaron Pula's hands. I think he was there. I think the catch was nearly made. Briggs Parker, big PBU.
That throw might have been just a yard or two short.
Yeah.
If it's got just a little bit more, the angle's probably not there. Pula doesn't have to slow up for it, and that's a completed play. Instead, it's third down.
I talked about it in the first half. Haven't seen much in the middle of the field tonight for this offense.
Pressure coming. Christensen will attack the middle. It's caught. First down, Lone Peak. Jeff, you called it as they go to Thomas Herget, the senior, with his first reception tonight.
Well, right there in the middle of the field. It's been open, but the pressure has been able to get to Christensen, so he can't find his guys. He does a good job standing in the face of pressure, delivers a good ball to Hergen.
And that's where I think it's so important. We talked about spreading the ball around that first half, taking pressure off the Pulas, let them get back to one-on-one matchups by showing you've got other guys that Skyridge has to cover. They do it there on that big 3rd and 13. First down. They will run. Tahi, right side, spins around one defender, takes ahead for a gain of 4.
Yeah, good run by Tahi. A strong first down run to get this into second medium, stay ahead of the chains. When you have the Pulas, you're always, that big play's always there. Now Skyridge has to play really honest defense because they can run, they can get the first down that way, they can find Pula for a big play. This is right where Coach Brockbeck wants to be.
The other thing this is doing, keeping that Skyridge offense on the sideline.
Absolutely.
Very patient drive. We're almost at 2.5 to go here in the 3rd. That snap a little off, captured by Christensen, buying time, and he will just throw this out of play. That's a nice job there by the junior quarterback.
Yeah, that's not a play that you expect to see a junior make. I mean, Cruz Christensen does a good job staying composed. That snap could have got away from him. He corrals it, evades the pressure just enough, gets rid of it out of bounds.
And you see, I mean, on that replay, Skyridge, they actually beat the line of scrimmage there, but everyone kind of goes right after Tahi in the tailback. And that's why it's always good sometimes to have a back in there, show you can run the football, by just a little bit of time for Christensen to escape that play. Looking for Pula, incomplete, and a flag coming in on the play.
I'll be curious if they say this is pass interference after the throw or if this was a hold before the throw, but it looked like that Skyridge defensive back had his hands on the hip of Pula.
You want to take a position?
I'm going to say I think he had the hold before. Skyridge is making the case that if it was a pass interference, that ball was deflected.
Well, that's where that's important, right? They do say tipped. So, Jeff, this would appear as though it would have been a PI call, not a hold call, as we have another look at it there. And the play happening awfully quick, tough to see. They do wave it off here. It certainly was deflected. Now, to your point, is it a hold or a PI? When does that contact occur?
And it's so snaps, like, I mean, it's a bang-bang decision there. It was not an obvious hold by any stretch.
You know, we are actually working on getting clarification. Maybe we'll text a certain official and see if he's, you know, free on a Thursday night, if he can answer a text.
Huge 4th down, 4th and 5. Lone Peak is going to go for it.
Got to get to about the 37. Got a man caught. Pula, tightrope, doesn't matter. Able to pick up 9 and move the chains.
A great job by Pula to get that catch, bring it in. Great job by Cruz Christensen under pressure. He had a couple of Skyridge Falcons in his face. Delivers a great ball to Pula to move the chains on a 4th down.
They can do more than just run go routes.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. And when you have a quarterback who could deliver a ball like that, who's not afraid to stand in the pocket, it makes your receivers even more dangerous.
So this Lone Peak drive continuing. 2:20 to go here in the 3rd.
Number 1, Sean Tahi.
Tahi taking that ahead, gain of 3.
Griffin Coons, number 0, with the stop.
Griffin Coons in on the stop. Man, Coons is everywhere for this Skyridge defense. I saw his stats coming into the game, and we've seen Coons all year long make big plays. I had a hard time believing, like, oh my gosh, almost 80 tackles. You see him tonight.
Yeah, he gets a lot of tackles.
Maybe he has more.
They'll run again. Tahi staying on his feet. Nice run there for number 1 for Lone Peak.
Yeah, really strong run. I'm hoping we can take a look at the replay here. We cannot. Well, would have been a good one to see a replay on, but.
It is 3rd down and short.
Third and short. Tahi again, left side, first down and more. Tahi inside the 20 to the 14-yard line.
You're starting to see this Lone Peak offensive line really flex their muscles. Tahi's getting downhill quick, but these are really one-cut, one-read runs. We do get the replay on this one, and you see Tahi, I mean, he's got He's got a Red Sea gap to run through.
You can see that hole, and that's on the far side. That tells you how well blocked that was by Lone Peak up front. And they've had, at times that defensive line has gotten pressure on the run game, on the passing game, but this drive, especially the last couple plays, they've been men. Looking for Pula! Touchdown, Lone Peak!
And when they get that run game going, it opens things up in the pass game. Christensen delivers another beautiful ball, and Jaron Pula just beats his guy right there for the touchdown, his second touchdown grab of the night.
I thought that throw was a little high. Nothing's too high for Jaron Pula. He climbed a ladder there.
I think you could throw it 13 feet, and he might still go up and get it.
I'd love to see him with a basketball.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
This kick up, it's true. 17-10, Lone Peak back in front on the 14-yard touchdown pass. Christensen to Jaron Pula.
At Skin Science Institute, we offer top-tier educational experience in aesthetics, including the finest facility, the most comprehensive curriculum, and a team of highly experienced professionals. We take pride in our fun and exciting culture to give our students a positive learning environment while training on the best machinery the industry has to offer. We ensure our graduates not only receive the best education, but also step into their careers with confidence thanks to our robust job placement support. Start your journey as an esthetician today. Our monthly start dates and financial aid opportunities make it easy to jump in. Visit our website at www.skinscienceinstitute.com to schedule a tour and enroll now.
Science is the presenting sponsor of Lone Peak football. Start your journey as an esthetician today. Visit www.skinscienceinstitute.com to schedule a tour and enroll now. This kickoff returnable. Inside the 10, looking up the middle, blocking in place. Nice return there from, I think, Adam Warren, yes, as he takes it up to the 35-yard line.
Kingston Stroshine does a good job to get the tackle on that one. If 25 doesn't come up with that one, there's
some room.
There was a lot of room.
Stroshine, you say?
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, he is good.
He's going to be really good. Just a freshman. He will, I think we declared him a future national recruit. Yeah, he's got national offers already. He's going to be very big time by the time his high school career is over.
Let's just hope they can compete with Idaho for his services.
It's going to be tough.
It's going to be tough. Skyridge starting this drive. This Edgeholm's first down will be a run. Maybe a yard there, not a ton of room.
Tavita Monga again on the stop. He's been everywhere tonight. We've called his name a bunch coming from that linebacker spot.
Of course, your Skyridge first downs tonight brought to you by Edge Homes, built for life. I want to thank Edge Homes for their sponsorship of Skyridge on the Rewind Sports Network. Maybe the final play here of this third quarter. Sweetwine. Intercepted. Picked off by Lone Peak. It's Gabe Harmon down the far sideline, still on his feet inside the 21, man to beat, brought down to the 10-yard line. Gabe Harmon, there's the turnover that Lone Peak loves to feed off of, and that is how we close the third quarter.
That's a huge play by Harmon. He's been everywhere tonight. He's got blocked kicks. He's done a lot of things. No play bigger than this interception. He just steps in front of that wide receiver. And then the run after the catch, Dane. My gosh, he doesn't look like a defensive back. He knows what to do when he's got the football in his hands. Breaking tackles, gets upfield, and he sets this Lone Peak offense up inside the 10-yard line.
Don't go anywhere. Lone Peak with a chance to potentially go up 2 possessions thanks to the defense of the Knights. We'll have it first and goal for the Knights when we come back.
One of those long days working on your feet? Turn your aching feet to happy feet at Salt Lake Running Company. Our award-winning trained staff will provide a custom shoe fitting that will help you find the shoes, inserts, and socks that will make your workday the best it can be. Locally owned and operated for 30 years, SLRC offers rewards, training groups, races, and free community events. Visit us in-store or online today at slrc.com. Your work feet and workout life will get a boost.
With affordable GLP-1 medication from Direct Meds, I've lost weight but gained lots of attention.
From old college boyfriends
Hi.
to young college boys.
Oh, honey.
And my husband's obsessed.
She loves to make me jealous.
Well, as a woman over 50, losing weight was about as hard as getting my husband to cook anything but cereal.
Honey, where's the milk?
In your hand, babe.
Oh.
Visit directmeds.com today. Want to make out?
Sure.
Okay.
Fourth quarter, Skyridge football is presented by Fluence Media Agency. Want to thank Fluence for sponsoring Skyridge football here on the Rewind Sports Network. And of course, Lone Peak football. Boy, huge defensive play, but Lone Peak football, want to thank our sponsors, including G2G Protein Bar. Fresh, healthy, and delicious. When you eat one, you'll know. In fact, you'll want to get a G2G Protein Bar to start this fourth quarter. You're going to need some energy here in this fourth. Also want to thank Safe Streets. Enjoy the game with peace of mind. Your home is protected 24/7 with Safe Streets Smart Security. Serving 46 states with the country's top 5-star rating, 150,000 5-star reviews in only 3 years. You want home automation? Leave it to the nation's best at Safe Streets. Visit safestreets.com. And as we saw from Lone Peak on that last drive, it all starts up front with a winning team. And Johnston Law has been helping businesses succeed at every stage for over 15 years. Call or text at 801-980-5300 and mention Lone Peak wins. So we've got first and goal for the Knights. Leading here by 7, Dane Stewart, Jeff Hansen. Boy, huge moment in this game, Jeff.
Absolutely huge. And going to have Pula, looks like one-on-one coverage. Nope.
They'll run. Fanua got through that initial line. He will leap ahead for a gain of 5.
That's also a pretty good call.
Yeah.
This offensive line, they found some momentum, especially the left side of this offensive line. It seems like all of those big plays for Tahi and now Fanua, they've come off that left side of that Lone Peak offensive line.
Bob Molitalu playing that left tackle, done a nice job.
Showing a lot of toughness tonight.
Yes, he is. If you know, you know.
Right. Just a tough kid, and he's made that transition to offensive line look a whole lot easier than it is.
Yes. Second and goal. Christensen looking, gonna step up. Oh, how about Cruz? Don't know if a coach loves him lowering the shoulders like that, but does it anyway.
You love it when he gets up. You don't love it as it's happening, but when he gets, oh yeah, get some fire. You love to see it. You just hold your breath a little bit.
Is this 4-down territory?
I think so.
You wouldn't go up by 10?
It is third down.
I think the way this offensive line is playing, I'd feel really confident.
You just run here?
Well, and you've got Pula. I would feel confident that you could pick up 3 but in 2 downs. Yeah.
All right.
However you do it, I'd feel confident.
Play clock down to 5. Just gets it off. Christensen looking. Buying time. He's going to look and throw that incomplete. Flag here in the backfield. I also thought there was maybe a little grab in the end zone, but I have a feeling just one's going to be called.
Yeah, and I think the one that is called is going to take everything I just said about 3 yards and feel good. Nah, I don't think so anymore.
Well, they will get to replay the down.
And we've seen Lone Peak do this, that when they get that second chance, and even though it's backed up, that's where Jaron Pula comes to play.
Or Keenan, because actually Keenan has been a good red zone target the last couple weeks for this group.
Yeah, he has. He's been great.
Kennan. I said Keenan a ton 2 weeks ago, and I was like, I got to fix that tonight.
Is that right?
I don't know. It's spelled that way.
I don't know. I mean, if we say both enough, maybe
Pula.
We should figure it out.
I thought the recruiting guy would know.
Oh, well, I thought it was Keenan, but
well, that's what I thought too. But
I could be wrong. I've been wrong lots.
Anyway, third and goal. Christensen looking, trying to find something. Everything's covered, gonna look to the back. Caught! No, incomplete. He made the catch, but did not get the feet down according to the official. Let's see if we can have another look.
And it looked like he got the feet down from this angle, but that official was right on top of it, and he didn't waste any time making the call.
Ooh.
That's going to be close.
Now, look, that is far side. It's hard to see the line.
Well,
but
and no idea if there's possession. Is there a bobble?
Yeah.
It's tough to see
It's
from
tough
this
to
angle.
see.
Looked like the feet were there to me, but
looked very close. It'll be a 30-yard field goal. Skyridge got good pressure. This is up and just wide. So the Skyridge defense makes the stop. The interception that starts on first and goal does not bite the Falcons. Wow.
I mean, great defensive stand. You look at that, and it's the hold, backs up Lone Peak. You know, the call that Lone Peak fans are going to feel like, I think they had maybe that touchdown. That's going to be tough. And then really great job by Skyridge. You can't dismiss the role that the pressure played. They got to that kick quickly. Didn't get the block, but certainly
Great
they were there
pursuit.
and influenced that kick.
Yep, I agree. All right, so Skyridge, this drive, this first down, presented by Edge Holmes. 10 to go. Does Sweetwine have it in to march the field, try to tie this up? They'll go on the ground. Tahi, gain of 8.
Tahi has been the guy. Every time it feels like Skyridge is starting to get a little unsettled, Tahi's been that guy to calm things down and keep guys moving.
They'll run again. Up the middle. Continuing here with Lincoln, first down.
Strong run by Tahi. I like this call to rely on him, let him make some plays in the run game.
Sweetwine around that left side, still on his feet, made a couple men miss. Keneal takes this up to midfield.
He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands as a runner. I mean, he can make all the throws, he's got all the size, but man, he is special when he has the ball in open field. He's tough to tackle. He runs a lot like Jaron Pula.
First and 10. Sweetwine again. I'm going to do about 4 on that run. Takes it out of bounds.
Sweetwine carries the ball.
Yeah, since Skyridge, it's been all running so far here on this drive. They're relying on that ground attack.
It was their bread and butter. Well, really, it's been the way whereby they've really moved the ball the majority of the night.
And an interesting response, I don't know, good or bad, but coming off the interception, they just rely on the ground game.
This is Tahi. Stood up. They'll give him 1.
I mean, it goes without saying, it's kind of a big third down.
Yeah, kind of.
I mean, we're winding down, under 9 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter.
Keenan, excuse me. It's Keneal, and he's got the first down.
And a good pull, good read by the quarterback in that little RPO game. I mean, he had a lot of green ahead of him.
I like that he has taken some of these runs because, again, you're now making that Lone Peak defense just second, not second guess, but they've now got to read it,
just
right?
That
it's not a given.
second.
It's not a Tahi thing. There's versatility to it. Sweetwine rolling to his right. They'll dump this off. Tahi down after a gain of about 5.
Smart read by Sweetwine. I mean, he wanted to push that ball downfield. Lone Peak did a good job of bottling up and closing those windows. Sweetwine makes the smart play, just dumps it off, picks up 6 yards on first down.
This is Tahi on the ground. Ahead brought down by Stosic. It's a first down.
Yeah, really impressive drive and a time-consuming drive.
Yeah.
All of this ground game. That clock is ticking.
Inside 8 to go. First down at the Lone Peak 27. Both teams with all 3 of their timeouts left. Sweetwine the throw, led the way for Sheffield as he's got a first down inside the red zone. First down, Skyridge.
And a great read again by Sweetwine on the RPO. He pulls it quick, finds his guy. You got to get rid of that quick so you don't pick up that ineligible man, that offensive lineman sneaking downfield. Yeah. Sweetwine got rid of the ball fast.
Another Edge Holmes first down here for Skyridge and Hunter Sheffield. With that reception, they'll run. Tahi coming back to his left, stood up, gain there of about 3.
Was that Stroshine in there again on the tackle? I couldn't tell who that was. I think it was 25.
Spencer Fuller.
Yeah, nope, might have been 22.
22.
And Lone Peak jumped on second down.
Looked like Lone Peak brought in Bot Mulitalo to play defensive line. He's not playing there every snap, and that's tough to do. I mean, that's one of those things that you need that big stop, and he's so dynamic from the defensive line spot. But when you're not playing every snap, you don't hear that hard count. You don't learn that cadence throughout the game. Makes it, it's a tricky position for him to be in.
This will be now a 2nd and 1. Elite Terminal Services second down here for Skyridge. Back to the ground game. Sweetwine, left side. Bouncing around, trying to find a lane. He has got the first, yes.
So that's going to set up Skyridge at the 5-yard line. It's been the ground game that has marched them down the field.
Yep.
I would imagine they just stick to that.
First and goal. Tahi, left side, into the end zone. Touchdown, Skyridge.
Great read by Tahi. He lets the blocks develop, and then he just hits his crease. Marches into the end zone, nearly untouched. Really impressive drive by Skyridge. Great response. That ground game, that Skyridge offensive line got cooking on that drive.
Now the ever important Live Fit Systems point after, trying to tie this game up at 17. And penalty flag coming in here.
Some early movement.
Yeah, false start.
And false start on the offense.
Back him up 5. So it'll be a 25-yard point after try. Kick is up, and this is good.
It looked like it might not be. That ball was kicked so high into the air.
Yeah.
But it's good, and here we are, Dane. 17-17, we got a football game.
6.5 left, Lone Peak. Can they take the lead? We'll find out after this.
With affordable GLP-1 medication from Direct Meds, I've lost weight but gained lots of attention.
From old college boyfriends
Hi.
to young college boys.
Oh, honey.
And my husband's obsessed.
She loves to make me jealous.
Well, as a woman over 50, losing weight was about as hard as getting my husband to cook anything but cereal.
Honey, where's the milk?
In your hand, babe.
Oh.
Visit directmeds.com today. Want to make out?
Sure.
Okay.
Welcome back. Want to thank our sponsors of Lone Peak Football, including Reef Capital. Expect the best. PKJ Design Group, landscape architects and planners, quality, innovative, and environmental design at PKJ Design Group. Also want to thank Kessler Allaire Insurance Services for a range of reasons. Call Kessler Allaire Insurance. And finally, National Auto Plaza, where you can find the best deals on the best cars, trucks, and SUVs with our legendary $3,500 rebate. The Skyridge students have been out in force tonight. Lone Peak has brought their own force. As these student sections trying to cheer on their respective teams, it would be a huge region game. These two teams, both a half game back of AF coming into the game tonight, needing a win to stay in the race for a Region 3 title.
Yeah, both teams showing that they are absolutely in the mix in this region. I mean, this is Region 3, man. It's every single week. It could be anybody's region. I don't know who the favorite is.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think it depends on who you ask, right? I mean, it's one of the things I think makes this region really fun. Really, any team could claim they're the favorite.
Yeah, I think every team feels good. I mean, I know Lehigh, right? Like,
yep,
they've lost 3 times on the season, but they're looking at it saying we've lost 3 times by a combined 8 points. We're right there. I mean, every single team in Region 3 feels like they've got a shot at winning this thing.
Yeah, I mean, you've got, the Lone Peak game beating Corners, what really opens this all up. It's like, okay, Skyridge loses to Corner, but they went out. They're still region champ.
Yeah.
It's like,
yep.
So, and I think the other thing, too, is that Lone Peak, they've now shown that Lone Peak or Corner is not untouchable. So does AF have something for him? Does Lehigh have something for him? We'll see.
It's going to be a fun 6.5 minutes here. It's going to be a fun few weeks in Region 3.
Yep. Of course, region action continues next week for Skyridge. They'll go on the road to take on those American Fork Cavemen. We have a big game this week against Lehigh. And then for this Lone Peak team, they will stay on the road, so to speak, as they'll have to take on Lehigh.
It's just every single week, man.
This kickoff able to be returned. Looking left side. Oh boy, there's a lane. Big return here for Lone Peak. Into the middle of the field, now in the open field. It's Isaac Fanua to the 20, 10, touchdown, Lone Peak.
Isaac Fanua, incredible vision, very well blocked by the kick return team, and Fanua just shows off his speed. He goes untouched, Dane, 100 yards. He caught that with his heels nearly on the goal line. I thought maybe they'd call a touchback. He takes it to the house. That's exactly what Lone Peak needed.
Wow, I mean, that was out of the end zone by shadows.
I mean, just if the ball was maybe a little bit thicker, one extra layer of leather, that might have been a touchback. He goes up, every bit of 100 yards.
What a return, and that was trouble from the get-go. The moment he gets that ball, you see that lane near side. It's like, oh, boy.
Yeah, that return team, like I say, 100 yards untouched. My goodness.
It's 99.
I'm going 100. It's 100 in our hearts.
Well, we'll call it 99.9, because if it's 100, then it's a touchback.
Okay.
So we'll go 99.9.
You're like the guy who puts 99.9 on hand sanitizer, so can't kill all the germs. Got to have just a little bit.
It's called a disclaimer, Jeff.
I know what it is.
Point after is good. It is 24-17. Lone Peak with the immediate response. And now Skyridge has to find a way to just do it again.
Yeah, they got to do it all over again. And because of the way they did it with the ground game, moving the chains the way they did, 6 minutes doesn't seem like a real long time.
Now, they do have 3 timeouts, both teams with all their timeouts left. But, yeah, wow.
What a return by Isaac Fanua. We talked about him as a running back that if he could get going, well, that'll get him going. Just shows off the vision and the blocking, man. The blocking by that return team. Goodness.
Now, Jeff, I'm gonna probably break your heart here.
Okay, well.
You cannot give a helmet sticker to the entire kickoff return blocking unit.
I don't see why not.
We only have so many helmet stickers, man. We're at week 8.
I have been known to give them to more than one player.
Look, I'm fine with like 2 or 3, but I just can't go 10.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Okay.
We'll see if somebody else makes a big play here in the last 6 minutes.
We'll
I don't know
see.
what's going to happen.
Well, it'd be on Fanua to cut that thing up into 11 pieces. This kickoff into the end zone for the touchback. Skyridge will start at their own 20.
each piece of those helmet stick, I think there's 8 pieces to one sticker.
So you just tear them off bit by bit?
Yeah, then we just put them wherever we want.
I'm okay with that.
Although that would put a lot of pressure on me to do stickers. That seems tough.
That's a video you're definitely going to want to tune into. Look, I mean, 6:17 is not a ton of time, but I mean, it took them, what, 4.5, 5 minutes on that last drive, so still plenty of time to do what they just did.
Well, and they have big play potential in this offense.
This drive starting at their own 20, and Tahi here on the run. Boy, he just won't go down.
He just runs so hard.
He's like Tom Petty.
I think there were 4 white shirts there around Tahi, and he just kept going. Gains 5.
Tough run. They'll go, nope, Keneal. Gonna pull, looking left side. He's across the 30, first down Skyridge. That's the thing, I mean, that last drive, you're 5 to 8 yards of carry.
Yeah, and it's still there.
Yep.
I mean, Tahi and Sweetwine, they are tough to bring down. They are a tough duo. You get that read option game going. I mean, it's tough for a defense.
Yeah.
Especially a defense that's tired. You look, the kickoff return is awesome, but that's like if you're a defensive lineman, you're like, oh, okay.
Well, and again, because they're playing with some tempo right now. As they go back to Tahi, he'll pick up 10 here, another first down.
Yeah, Lincoln Tahi is just, he runs hard. He's finding those seams in the defense.
They do mark that short by a yard. My apologies. So this ETS second down for Skyridge. Keneal trying to burst wide and does. Keneal again to midfield, just like last drive, first down.
And a good job by Kaili to get there and cut him off. He had that play read, but Keneal Sweetwine with his speed, he's able to move and get to the edge quickly. Kaili just barely gets him out of bounds.
You see Skyridge quickly again up to that line, giving Keneal opportunities to read that defense. Check with the staff. They'll, little throw here into the flat. Nowhere to go. Nice job. They're coming out by Stroshine to make that stop.
It's hard to recognize that 25 is just a freshman. He gets there quick to make the tackle. My goodness.
And he fights off that block, too.
Yeah, I mean, he does everything well on that play.
Clock's inside of 4.5. Sweetwine looking, pressure there, gets rid of it, incomplete. Had a man along that far sideline, and now we've got a flag here. My eyes left it, so I could not see the contact. We'll await the call here.
I'm with you. I followed the pass, so we'll see what the call is.
It's not going to make Lone Peak fans happy. We have another look at it. It looks like that player is on a beat to lay a hit on the quarterback. Now it's off. It's
off camera,
off our screen by the time it gets there. But if that was indeed the case, that looks to be a good call.
Yeah.
So first down after the penalty. Skyridge at the 34. They'll run it. Oswald here looking outside. Another strong run on first down to get a first down.
Starting to see the creativity of this offense that, hey, they're still relying on the ground game, but they bring in the receivers are getting involved. They throw that quick pass that really is kind of an extension of the run game. Starting to get into their bag a little bit as an offense.
4 to go. Keneal inside the 10. It'll be first and goal, Skyridge.
Keneal, man, when he gets to the edge, he is so quick. Uses that big frame to get upfield quickly and move the chains again.
Boy, just chunk runs these last 2 drives for the Falcons.
Now you start looking at the clock, thinking, okay, if Skyridge does score, how much time does Lone Peak have? Clock's still moving inside 4 minutes.
And they both have all their second half timeouts. They'll run again. Oswald turning upfield. Takes us to the 2. The 3, my bad.
I mean, this defense, again, you look at the kickoff return for a touchdown is a phenomenal play. It's great, it's exciting. But that defensive line, they have been playing
exhausted.
9 game minutes in a row. I mean, they are tired.
They'll run, nowhere to go. I think that was Big Bot bursting through for the TFL for Lone Peak.
Boy, and he just checks in and gets to the defensive line, and you see what made him so special as a defensive tackle. My goodness. He gets into the backfield quick, and now all the pressure on this Skyridge offense on a 3rd and 5 inside 3 minutes to play.
That clock, it is moving. And you could be looking at potentially the last opportunity here for Skyridge. Sweetwine rolling out, man on, Keneal gets through the tackler, eyes up, looking end zone, and it's caught! Touchdown, Skyridge! Diesel Hunter, I don't know how that ball found its way through the defense, but it gets to Hunter. Wow.
My gosh, I don't know how Keneal Sweetwine stays on his feet. I don't know how the ball finds its way through those windows. And it looked like Hunter bobbled it even after it got to him, and he still comes down with it.
I thought he was going down right there. Somehow Keneal stays with it. I mean, it looks like there's an opportunity to pick.
My goodness. What a play. That might be the play right there, Dane, that saves you from finding a whole bunch of helmet stickers.
Oh, the point after. Is up, and it is good. Boy, how about that direct meds touchdown as we have one more look at it.
I mean, this play all the way around. Look at Sweetwine, the way that he keeps his feet, breaks the tackle, delivers a ball on target through traffic.
And then, of course, the lift fit system point after to tie it up at 24. Man, Jeff, I mean, the way that first half went, just didn't know how much offense we'd see in this second half, but these two teams, this last quarter, really come alive here. Really could say the last 13 minutes, because that's when Lone Peak got their touchdown as well.
Yeah, it really, the Skyridge offense, 24 points in the second half. They've been fantastic.
They've been impressive.
It's the Lone Peak offense. They're going to have 2.5 minutes, just under 2.5 minutes, 2:26 on the official clock here inside the stadium. I mean, that's plenty of time with all 3 timeouts.
All 3 timeouts.
3 timeouts and 2 Pulas. Plenty of time for this Lone Peak offense.
I mean, how do you you obviously can run anything right here, right, with your timeouts.
Of course.
Are you looking for balance? Are you looking to kind of get it down the field quickly so that you can get in range? Like, how would you manage this?
That's a great question. And it's one of the questions that makes me glad I'm not a coach. I don't know, man, because Lone Peak found some momentum on the ground in their last offensive drive. I'd like to say you rely on Tahi, get things settled, and just at absolute worst, make sure this game goes into overtime. You'd like to play the clock a little bit, but I think this team is built for that big play. I think their best players are the Pulas, and they are going to be downfield making big plays.
So Skyridge set to kick this away. 2:26 to go. Do they give a return here, or do you send this out of play? Or
I think you try to send this out of play.
I'm still waiting for the other media to be back on the game. We never leave.
You know, we don't. Some say that TV is great. I guess they like to wait. I don't know.
Well, we're just waiting. We're ready.
Everybody's ready.
You ready,
Players
Jeff?
are ready. I'm ready.
I'm ready. Players are on the
Gonna
field.
start telling Laffy Taffy jokes if we have to keep waiting.
You
That's
got
what
one for
TV
me?
gets
'Cause
you, folks.
Look, we got to fill it. Oh, here we go. All right.
Put the Laffy Taffies away, Jeff.
Oh, man. And there will be a return from the 3. Fanua able to get a good return up to the 28. Fans were hoping he had another 72 yards in him.
Well, it looked like the blocking was there for a minute, but the coverage team does a much better job getting down and staying in their lanes, filling their gaps. Still a strong return.
Yeah.
Nearly the 30-yard line.
Christensen and company. Tahi in the backfield. Christensen, little hitch caught by Pula and out of bounds. First down, Lone Peak.
My goodness, the stiff arm by Pula. We take a look at the replay. He's had a couple of these just man stiff arms, throwing guys to the ground.
That's got to feel good, right?
Not
as a
if
receiver.
You're, on the
no,
defense.
as a receiver.
Yeah,
as a receiver.
That's got to be almost as good as scoring a touchdown.
Play action. Oh! Woo! Tell you, Easton Simmons almost got himself a helmet sticker.
And he read the eyes of Cruz Christensen well and nearly came down with potentially a game-sealing interception. Sometimes that ball feels so big, it's like catching a watermelon.
We're set up on the Lone Peak side, in the middle of the Lone Peak section. And there was a lot of on that play. It was close. They'll run it. Tahi here ahead for a gain of 4. Inside 2 minutes.
This is where you start having to play the game a little bit. You want to be confident. You want to go get this first down. You also don't want to rush and give Skyridge time. So you want to take this play clock down to 0. But here they are getting on the ball with 20 seconds left on the play clock.
Got to get to the Skyridge 49. Christensen, pocket over the middle, caught, first down. Lone Peak.
And it's Ledger Holmes. It's not the Pumas. Ledger Holmes has come up with a couple of big plays, none bigger than that one on a 3rd down to keep the drive alive. The clock keeps ticking now. 1:20 seconds left inside the stadium here. What a ball by Christensen.
Yeah. Cruz looking near side, missed Pula, incomplete.
Yeah, rare off-target throw by Christensen, just not quite, didn't quite have the depth that his receiver did. Pula had a step.
Yep. Yeah, he had him on that sideline. It just a couple yards out in front of him. Bring up a 2nd down. Looking for Jaron. That one's caught, driven back. They'll give him progress. They rule that in play, and you have to do that in order to give him the yards he got at the apex of the catch. So gain of 7, maybe 8 here, and Lone Peak taking their first time out.
Yeah, I mean, good call because, yeah, the forward progress happens inbound, so that clock stays running. Really good job by Pula. That contact came quick, shows off his strong hands by holding on to that ball through that contact.
That's a really nice close as well by Sidwell because, one, to wrap him up. Because, again, right now it's like, okay, you can't have a missed tackle because that one's then going the distance,
especially not him, right?
Yep.
I mean, he's Jared Pula more than anybody else on the field. Can turn nothing into a huge play like that.
3rd and they have 2 on the scoreboard. I'll say 2.5. I mean, because it's a long 2.
Yeah.
if you're Lone Peak, this is 4-down territory, right?
I think so. I mean, Jake Barker has the leg as a kicker. We saw it in the first half.
But you're talking like a 52-yard.
But this is a long field goal. Yeah, you want to get him. I think if it were to come down to it and there were 5 seconds left, sure, you give it a shot.
Do you run it here on third?
You know, we saw this, I think it was the Lone Peak corner game a couple of weeks ago, where there was a similar situation, and earlier, obviously not with under a minute to play. And I think you give Cruz 2 plays, and you let him go and make a play, make a read before the snap.
5 wide here on 3rd and 2. Christensen, design run, first down and more. Cruz takes this down to the 25-yard line. What a play call for Lone Peak.
Yeah, spread everybody out, get that box empty, and then just let Cruz Christensen run the football behind this big offensive line. Very well blocked. A good job by Cruz Christensen to get the first down and then get down. Don't put that ball at risk.
Ball set up in the middle of the field. It's down to 31 seconds, and the clock's moving. Christensen gave it a look. He knows where things are at here. Flush out of the pocket. Got to get rid of this, and will. That will stop the clock with 18 seconds to go.
Was it interesting that Skyridge didn't take a timeout there?
I was kind of curious if they would or not.
I thought they might. But now you're essentially saying, okay,
this is it. Yep. Which is interesting on a night where we've had 3 missed field goals combined.
Yeah.
Skyridge liking their chances. Remember, they had great edge pressure on that last attempt.
Do you go to the end zone here?
You could. Christensen will not. He'll look over the middle. That deflected, incomplete. And that was Simmons once again getting a hand on it.
That's a couple of times this drive that there's been near interceptions by the linebacker that have just got off their hands. Oh, it's Oswald again. Oh, no, Simmons, you're right. A different number 5. They wear 2.
Yeah.
It's confusing for guys like me.
3rd and 10. That clock stopped with 14 seconds left. The Skyridge students trying to cheer on their defense. Christensen looking end zone, and it's intercepted. Briggs Parker will bring it out, looking for the return, takes it to the 28-yard line, and the Skyridge defense gets the stop on the pick.
I mean, just that's the risk, right? Of you're there, it seems like you're playing for a field goal. You put it up and go try to get into the end zone, and there was nobody there. It looked like a miscommunication somewhere. That's the 2nd interception of the night for Cruz Christensen, where there's just guys on different pages.
And so Skyridge will come out, looks as though they'll take a knee, and that would send us to overtime. And that will be the case. 4, not enough between these two that have state title contention hopes. And tonight it's all about region and rivalry. 24 apiece, Lone Peak, Skyridge, overtime coming up when we come back.
At Skin Science Institute, we offer top-tier educational experience in aesthetics, including the finest facility, the most comprehensive curriculum, and a team of highly experienced professionals. We take pride in our fun and exciting culture to give our students a positive learning environment while training on the best machinery the industry has to offer. We ensure our graduates not only receive the best education, but also step into their careers with confidence thanks to our robust job placement support. Start your journey as an esthetician today. Our monthly start dates and financial aid opportunities make it easy to jump in. Visit our website at www.skinscienceinstitute.com to schedule a tour and enroll now.
Welcome back to the UCCU Saving Spotlight.
Today's play of the day goes to Becky, a single mom who just got her son Max a youth debit card from UCCU.
This is a big win for Max, who knows that UCCU mobile banking makes it easy for his mom to add money to his debit card anytime.
It's also a big win for Becky, who knows it also makes it easy to monitor her child's spending anytime. Final score, 1 happy son, 1 responsible mom.
With the assist from UCCU.
I mean, Jeff, it's not like I have to go to work tomorrow. You have to go to work tomorrow?
You know what? I don't, actually.
You don't?
I do not.
Congratulations.
So let's play all night.
Hey, I do, but what a game, huh? What a game. Lone Peak was up 10-0 at the break. Skyridge came back. They've been running the football so well this second half. Lone Peak looks like they have an opportunity. The turnover, and we get more football.
And we get a game.
Yeah.
I mean, just a fantastic game. It's everything we expected it to be coming into tonight. Both of these teams looking to bounce back and have big statement wins. And, boy, get an overtime win against your region rival. That's going to be a statement.
Yeah, so high school overtime, matching opportunities, right? Yep. So kind of play it in sessions, and the first to outscore, the other gets the win. And, boy, just great battle tonight. Offense, defense.
Yeah. Is it, I can't remember, is it the third overtime that you go to 2-point conversion?
I think it's the third.
I think it's the third.
Yeah, so then you just go 2-point try versus 2-point try.
For forever.
Yeah,
Was it Beaver North Summit?
Yeah, last year, I think it was 5 overtime or 6.
5 or 6.
You open for that tonight?
You know what? I remember that game. That was a Buck Sargent game, if I remember right.
It was Buck Sargent.
And I think I dubbed that the way that football should be played.
You did.
Some sudden death football. So
yeah,
can't go back on it now, no matter what I think. So yeah, let's do it. Sudden death.
Of course, I want to thank our sponsors that make this possible. All of our Lone Peak sponsors and Skyridge sponsors. Direct Med sponsoring our Skyridge touchdowns tonight. They're better at health. Of course, want to thank Uncommon Effect. Simplify your business and let Uncommon Partners handle all of your marketing and technology needs. Also want to thank Heroic.com. Stop hackers before they strike. And, of course, Edge Homes Built for Life, our proud sponsors here of Skyridge football on the Rewind Sports Network. As we await the coin toss here. And Jeff, I mean, tradition, common think is in this situation you send the defense out there if you win the toss, so you kind of know what you have to match. I'm kind of growing on, give me the offense first because a little less pressure and can kind of go and play loose and kind of set the tone. Is that crazy?
I don't think it's crazy because I think if you are either one of these quarterbacks, you feel like you're going to score no matter what. Give me first, second. That doesn't matter. I'll go put it in the end zone. So I'm with you. I think sometimes the strategy is maybe a little overplayed.
As our officials talking through our overtime rules. And, of course, part of this will be selecting the half of the field to play at. And
there's, virtually no wind that I can feel.
Yeah, there's a little burst there in the fourth. I actually started to shiver.
Shiver?
Yeah.
Wow.
I had some shivers. But we're good now.
Huh.
Just put the little hoodie on and.
I mean, maybe a little hoodie. I just shivering cold.
Well, Jeff, I don't do cold.
From Idaho?
Yeah.
It's not a real Idahoan. You're like the potato that gets tossed out the truck.
We don't waste potatoes, Jeff. Man, this guy.
Oh, man.
This is the longest introduction in an overtime I've ever
We're
seen.
going to make sure that everybody knows every rivet of this coin before we toss it in the air.
Looks like Lone Peak has won the toss. Skyridge here choosing which end to play at. We'll head to the north. So we saw Skyridge. Looks like they'll get the ball first here, Jeff, and just continue to run the rock here. And if you're Lone Peak, how do you try to stop that, given you've got 20, 25 yards to work with?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to do. I'm curious if Lone Peak defensively, if they keep Bot Mulitalo in for the entire drive. He was a difference maker on the defensive line when he was there, but it's tough to go both ways.
Well, 52 is walking on the field.
There he goes. I mean, if you have him, it's going to be real hard not to use him. I mean, he's as close to unblockable as it gets from the defensive line. But, of course, you saw him. He was on that drive. And when you have Keneal Sweetwine doing Superman things on the other side, kind of works out.
So Skyridge first and 10 at the 25-yard line. Of course, untimed in overtime is thrown out to the flat. Tahi with some space inside the 20. Pushed down to bounds, going to be close to that first down.
Catch and carry. Gets to the 16.
And it looks like they're going to mark him short, just short. That's a good spot to be. You know, you got the first down, you feel comfortable. If you don't get it here, I would expect to see a shot towards the end zone.
Motion over, they'll run. Tahi up the middle, first down as he takes it inside the 15.
Up the middle goes Lincoln Tahi, number 3. On the block. Number 56, Anderson.
Similar look, similar play. Tahi running left side, stood up after a couple. Going to be brought down at about the 7, maybe the 7.
He kept his legs going, brought the cavalry in to help push him forward.
Number 3, Tahi.
I do like the tempo. Play tempo, don't let any substitutions happen defensively.
They jumped. Oh, did they not? I thought I heard a whistle.
I thought I heard a whistle too. It's in our heads.
They'll run, Tahi up the middle. Going to be close to that end zone, just shy, but does have a first down, first and goal, Skyridge.
Yeah, this is good. This is tough. You have first and goal from the 1. Got to come up with a bunch of stops, and Sweetwine gets right back on the ball.
Keep the pressure on. Tahi into the pile and pulled back. Nice job by Lone Peak. That might have been Tate King.
Yeah, great job by Lone Peak to stay strong up front.
Might have actually lost a yard. Second and goal. Keneal. Touchdown, Skyridge.
Sweetwine does a good job just letting those blocks develop. He knows he's only got to gain a couple of yards, shows the patience, finds that hole, gets into the end zone.
The 2-yard direct media Skyridge touchdown gives them their first lead of the game in overtime.
My goodness.
As the Live Fit point after, trying to make it 7. Kick is up, kick is good. 31-24, Skyridge out in front, and now we do get to see that Lone Peak offense try to match or win.
Get to do it all over again. I'm looking at Sean Tahi and Isaac Fanua. Lone Peak has got to find a way to get the ground game going. When you start, you know, you only got to go 25 yards. It's a little bit, I don't want to say an advantage, but it's advantageous a little bit for Skyridge because it takes away some of that home run threat that you have to defend against. So Lone Peak's got to find a way to counter that with a strong rushing attack.
Go ahead.
Something I'm going to keep my eye on here. Bob Mulitalo, he's the starting left tackle for Lone Peak. He played every snap of defense on that last drive. Now he's got to turn around and play offense. Folks, that's not easy to do. And Mulitalo's already gutting it out and showing a lot of heart and a lot of grit in this game. He looks tired.
He looks
tired. The field.
And understandably so. Both these two teams have each had opportunities to win this one. Can Lone Peak do it in overtime? They run. Tahi here with a good gain, about 7, my apologies.
Well, we talk about Mulitalo, and there it is. Tahi running right on his back. Whether he's tired or not, he's going to be asked to play a big role on this drive.
Good start for the Knights. Skyridge defense, you can actually argue they've played really strong in the red zone tonight.
Yeah, they played their best in the red zone.
Mm-hmm. Christensen looking. Throw underneath that. Caught, trying to stay on his feet inside the 10. Great job by Herget. It'll be 1st and goal, Lone Peak.
Herget, every time he's touched the ball tonight, he's moved the chains. That's a big play. And here it comes, folks. It's offensive line, defensive line time. If you love trench play, then 1st and goal from the 5-yard line, 6-yard line is exactly where you want to be.
Bunch formation. They'll run. Tahi up the middle to the goal line. Is he in? Waiting. Touchdown, Lone Peak. Tahi from 6 yards out.
kind of a delayed call. A little more suspenseful than I thought it would be. Looked like Tahi was in easily, but they get it. Good job by Tahi to follow the blockers. Lone Peak is going to kick the PAT. I wondered, you're on the road, maybe
you never
go
know.
for 2.
So no pressure. This is to tie to force another overtime. Kick is up, and it is good. 31 apiece, and no rest for the Lone Peak offense as they'll head right back out.
Right back onto the field. Good job by Jake Barker, the kicker. I know it's a PAT, but those are stressful PATs in overtime.
Stressful PATs.
Goodness.
Yeah.
But he showed no stress.
Kind of like Jeff before a game. Just super cool, casual, no stress.
Yeah,
just roll right up.
Right at kickoff.
Yeah.
Just get here right in time. Make everybody else stress out a little bit. You know, I was stressed today. My goodness. If you needed any validation of why I live north of Salt Lake,
today was it.
Today was the day.
Well, you know, do I need to break into a rap again? I mean, I rapped the last time we did Lone Peak.
That was good. That was good.
I was telling some about that. They were disappointed you'd never seen that movie, by the way.
Well, were they somebody your age or my age?
I think it was a certain person to my right, but I could be wrong.
Actually, where does he fit in the age range? Right in the middle?
I think so. He's a young whippersnapper.
Well, perspective.
So Lone Peak, 2nd overtime, starting with the football.
You're getting your money's worth. New possession, Lone Peak turn.
Oh, penalty. And this was where really Lone Peak in that second half had a couple of these kinds of plays, Jeff, that really kind of just disrupted their rhythm.
Yeah, I mean, it was tough, and you're going to have Cruz Christensen here. He's now got the tough assignment, starting behind the chains in overtime. You know, they really played that whole first drive and I guess the first overtime drive without needing the Pulas.
Yeah.
1st and 15, you might need the Pulas.
Skyridge showing pressure. Christensen looking for the Pulas, broken up. Great defensive play made there by Dason Merrill.
Yeah, great job. Really not a bad ball. Looked like it gave Keenan Pula a chance. But yeah, right there, number 17, able to get the pass breakup. Now it's 2nd and 15.
Christensen looking for Jaron, and Jaron makes that catch. Boy, I thought he may have slipped a little bit.
Yeah,
okay.
It looked like it, and I thought maybe that ball was going to get tipped at the line of scrimmage, but it's able to get there, and Pula, man, he just goes up and grabs that, shows off the strong hands.
Make it a 3rd and 7 here. And this will be interesting. Obviously, you'd love to convert here, but if you don't, what do you do if you're Lone Peak?
I think you have to. Well, I think maybe if it's 4th and 1, it kind of depends on how much you get here.
Christensen looking, end zone for Jaron, threw it out of the end zone. That's incomplete, and it will be 4th and 7.
That's a tough spot to be for Coach Brockbank. I think you maybe take a timeout and think
That's what
about
I'm wondering. Looks like he's going to send out his special teams.
Might end up taking a timeout anyway.
Play clock down to 10. This will be a 38-yarder to give Lone Peak the lead in the second overtime. They get it off, kick is up, it's got the distance, and it is good! 34-31 on the 38-yard field goal. Lone Peak out in front.
Big kick by Jake Barker. We talk about the stress of a PAT in overtime. My goodness, the 38-yard field goal. Great job by Barker to get that up.
And now
No
it
pressure.
comes down to the Lone Peak defense. Can
Gotta
they get
find
a
a way.
stop? This second half, it's been the Skyridge running attack, Jeff, that has just moved the football.
Yeah, and you look at that Lone Peak defensive line, and that's where I think your answer is going to be is how do they do at eating blocks, whether they free things up for the linebackers or they make plays themselves. That defensive line, they are tired, but they've got to find that extra gear.
Skyridge will run on first down. Tua up the middle, picking up 5. Any direct media touchdown for Skyridge is the ball game.
And that's it, yeah. And that's, man, Lincoln Tahi, he's tough to bring down at any point in the game. When you're tired and you think of how much the Lone Peak defense has played in this second half,
it's been a lot.
Man, Lincoln Tahi's really tough to bring down.
Sweetwine keeping it. Has the lead in front. Sweetwine ahead. And he is close to that first down. Going to be short. Be 3rd and a yard.
I mean, big play. At least if you can hold Skyridge here, keep them short of the first down, it's a tough decision for Coach Ham.
Yeah, but you got to get a stop here. Tahi, first down and more, inside the 5. Touchdown, Skyridge!
Lincoln Tahi, he has been the guy for Skyridge this second half. And they just rely on that Skyridge offensive line, and Tahi does the rest. Marches into the end zone for the walk-off.
In double overtime, Lincoln Tahi, the 16-yard touchdown run, as Skyridge defeats Lone Peak, and the Falcons improve to 2-1 in Region 3.
What a second half by this Skyridge offense.
I mean, the offense did not have a lot in that first half.
Yeah.
And the second half, it looked completely different, Jeff.
They had to find their momentum, and they did. The Skyridge offensive line really buckled down and played well. And then that duo of Sweetwine and Tahi, they were tough.
Your selection of a player of the game.
Well, I'm going to give it to the guy with the walk-off at the end. I mean, Lincoln Tahi is such a load to bring down, and I think it's fitting, given the game that he played, that he's the guy who gets the walk-off at the end.
He was a monster, and the duo of he and Sweetwine, man, this offense was tough to stop on the ground, but Tahi, big night tonight, helping Skyridge to defeat Lone Peak 37-34. I want to thank you so much for joining us. For Austin Bigelow, Vince Francis, Jeff Hansen, my name is Dane Stewart. Great ball game tonight. And come join us on KSLSports.com. We'll have all of our recaps, other videos for you all week long. Of course, I want to thank you for joining us here for Lone Peak Football, presented by Skin Science, and Skyridge Football, presented by Fluence Media Agency. 37-34, Skyridge with the win over Lone Peak.